The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 137 of New York's #1 podcast for hip-hop. Hip-hop's #1 pure podcast. No former rappers, no former bloggers, no industry connects. Just niggas with some quality opinions who everybody seems to hate for the most part. Outside of our loyal subscribers, we are arguably the most hated podcast. We even got people in the shadows who pretend to like us, but they hate us too. We are the Rap Roundtable. And if you got an issue with anything that we say or do as usual,
you niggas wrong.
No bald motherfuckers out there.
Not at all.
No motherfuckers with big thumbs. You know,
not at all. I don't know what he's talking about. But not at all.
Fuck out of here.
You know what I mean? No weird rap opinions and then getting mad when niggas said the thing before you, so you call us so fuck yeah.
Oh man,
you know, cause all of the clips that come from that drop from his little right time shit, he be saying some bullshit, or he be having some nigga on his platform saying some bullshit, and it just recertifies like, why were you so mad at us? If this is what you got going on, you internet in the same way we internet. You know what I'm saying?
So easy.
But for some reason, we really annoy people, bro.
What is it? I don't get it.
You know what I mean? Could it be we just four fly motherfuckers? Four fly New York motherfuckers?
Might be it.
You know what I mean?
Might be it.
Might be on to something.
Because we actually put it together and got some success out the deal.
You know what I mean? Coordinating.
Grassroots for real.
Top to the bottom.
My passport doesn't say New Delhi.
The new New
You
York
get my
swag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It be
New York opinions.
And then the lies, they'll turn some shit we said into something we didn't say.
Crazy, bro.
Shout out to the subscribers though.
Shout out to
'Cause
the
they get it.
It's a fact.
You know, it's funny, if we
Shout
was
out to
really
the
a podcast that was on some fuck shit and saying whatever to go viral, we would get way more love from the same people who hate us right now, as opposed to doing what we do, trying to be earnest and just getting wild hate. It's crazy.
I don't know if you cut this for the mailbag. This is like one of my favorite comments I've read in a long time.
What's up, son?
So somebody was like, Jarv talking with his hands.
Oh yeah, we got that. So we got it. I got that because are complimentary.
I love that.
On the Rap Roundtable.
We'll get to it later, but I love that comment, bro.
Stand out. We gonna get to that hands down because you know people get real emotional and they throw the insults and listen, man. We not arguing no more. I told y'all. If y'all notice, ain't been no comments back.
We bring comfort to people out there, man. We really do.
Even souls, man.
I think we piss more people off than we come.
Nah, man. We bring comfort to people, man.
It's a combination.
The real ones, combination.
Yeah, talk about
you
it.
know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? No stupid ass shades on with the customary polo outfit and bad opinions that comes off as logic. Fuck out of here, man. But anyway, why do you all, you know, as a person who love polo like me, I get real mad they all use low, like old vintage low as their uniform. You ever notice that shit?
It is.
You ever notice that shit? All them niggas with them shitty opinions on Twitter all wear vintage low. They all have the same uniform.
That's crazy.
It's really a uniform, gang.
Dressed in an Iron Man color.
Whether the Yankee hat is bent up or not,
Right.
Keep your Yankee
they
crisp.
all got vintage polo on.
With the collar on the polo.
With the
look like
collar
that.
on the polo.
It look a little crazy.
Or a linty rugby or something. You know what I'm saying?
A lunty.
You know what I'm saying? I'm noticing that because I always pay attention to shit. So it's just like, to see that, it's like, wow. So, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas live this performative life on the internet. Y'all all are drones. Y'all all do the same shit. There's no difference in identities or real life opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit, that part.
You niggas wrong.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna talk my shit because them niggas don't like us the same way we don't like them. You know? It is what it is. All over music opinions. Again, if we was a fuck shit podcast saying salacious shit, it's all stemmed in music. And to me, it just proves that like when niggas have issues with what we say about music, you're not capable of having a conversation. If just simply disagree. Just disagree. It's okay. Disagreeing is part of the process.
This is real quick.
How many of y'all niggas would not talk to at lunch, at school? Because all we did was argue about rap,
all day,
wrestling, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Chicks.
Just real quick,
all
though,
day.
not to digress, but like,
Sports.
look at the classic feats we got on.
Hold on.
Look at this lineup, bro.
It's a good line.
Well, get the feet, man. Get the feet real quick.
Pause.
Hold on, pause.
Don't get the
Hold on,
feet.
relax.
Don't sit down, Walt. Don't get up.
Hold on.
Sit down. Don't get up.
Wait a minute.
Yo,
I didn't think that one through. I did not think that one through. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
My
wait a
apologies.
damn minute.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you
My
talking
apologies.
about?
I'm sorry,
What
Norby,
the
man.
fuck is going on?
If you're
right,
the
right.
dislike
You
for
understand?
Dave
Who
Dash.
is this guy?
Let's just keep going.
Nah.
Hey.
What the
Yo.
fuck?
Oh man.
The energy.
That's crazy.
We're
Anyway, it's your boy Jav here
Yes.
alongside Sincere the Rap Snob,
What up, what up?
alongside Dini the
May the
Bounce,
force be with
alongside
you.
Macito,
Yes, sir.
the best Drake fan on the planet. You know what I mean?
I try.
The most rational.
The
The
most
bar is low.
rational. You know what I mean? Even when they try to ambush you on stream, you stay sturdy
Hey,
in the pocket.
hold it
That's
down.
a fact.
When they tweet compliments and delete, you stay sturdy in the
way to go.
pocket.
Still
Again,
good.
you know, if we still good. Y'all do all that shit. And the thing is, y'all will learn by now that we gonna blow it up. We not keeping nothing quiet. Whatever y'all do, we gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Y'all got y'all discords where y'all hate on us. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure there's a Kenny discord where there's a group of them that probably don't like us. Same way there's a Nas discord with niggas that don't like us because we don't stay
been
on
there.
their side at all times and shit like that. Look, man. And AJ, I see you ain't come back since, you know. But I know you watched that J. Cole episode.
I know we did.
I know you did. You don't got to comment. Niggas think because they don't comment, we don't know. I know you did. You know what I mean? YouTube made the subscriptions public now. I know everybody who's subscribed to the Rap Roundtable. So I be seeing, you got it, but you can't check it on your phone. You got to go on
Gotcha.
the desktop.
Ah, okay.
You know, and you can see that shit. You know, so I know exactly who subscribed to us. I know when y'all leave now too. You know,
I like it.
Interesting.
it's just real interesting. You know, because he said that we complain a lot. Nah, we just point out the bullshit.
That's it.
There's 4 niggas with rap opinions. And the thing is, y'all come through to the pod, y'all ever come through and y'all sit on our sofa and have a good time. It's good bills. It's just rap. Go have a slice of pizza, have a bev. What you think is in this cup? Y'all too uptight about rap. But you know what I said, you know, about specifically whack rappers.
The most opinionated.
The worst opinions about rap come from failed whack rappers.
Yeah.
When you start
actually.
doing the knowledge on that, come back to me. Don't argue with me right now. Just start really doing the knowledge.
about it.
Think about it.
Do the knowledge.
And circle back. You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and of course Twitter.
All those.
The beat you hear in the background is brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Holla at me.
Producer.
Tap in with Sincere, you know, for the right price. You know what I mean?
Shit,
Right.
Real shit tight.
That part right there. So, you know, we've got our pleasantries out of the way. We're not going to talk too much on the front end, but we just, again, a little housekeeping. We don't got beef with nobody, but we just, to quote Macito, we notice. Hashtag noticing.
We noticed it.
Some things.
Yeah.
We notice what you comment on. We notice when you comment, what you choose to comment on, what you choose to misrepresent, what you choose to finger wag. And I be catching y'all in the chat and I be calling you out and then y'all disappear as soon as I call you out. So I just want you to know that we notice everything. Okay?
Keeping y'all honest out there.
We're lunatics, guys.
A little bit.
Let me put
Little
my
bit.
beverage down. So we got a little, I got a little serious topic for the guys, you know?
Oh,
I
serious?
didn't want to tell y'all what the topic was.
He
until
kept
y'all
it a
got
secret from us.
You know?
That's a
He
fact.
sent us a text. He was like, jaw of take about 2025.
Yeah.
That's all we saw.
So we see the fucking the talker point from the agents like academics and the like about the status of hip hop, the state of hip hop, and how it's dying and whatever the case may be. And we already know hip hop is in a very strong place. The culture itself is in a very strong place. I was listening to Sway in the morning today, driving in the whip.
Salute.
Lareezy on there, getting a look, rhyming on there. Had to be, not had to be. What's the whole co-host that be with Sway?
It's Heather B.
Is Heather B?
Yeah.
See, I'm a pervert because I was thinking about Heather Hunter. See, I'm fucked up. I'm sorry. Heather B. Lareezy's
the two most opposite.
right.
Spectrum,
But I thought I was
right?
fucking up. I thought I was fucking up. I wasn't confident. You know what I'm saying?
cooking, niggas.
But Heather B was so moved by Lareezy's story about his grind and how much he was putting in work before he finally started to get noticed and go viral and things of that nature, that it brought her to tears. She was really moved by that cultural shit because that the grind is part of the story, you know.
Yeah.
Always.
As much as we love the culture, doing things within the culture and getting your respect within the culture is very important. That's why when we talk about Drake, a lot of his pitfalls and downfalls is because he never got that love from the culture. In fact, they rejected him and he went elsewhere and he made shit shake, you know. And that's why it gets convoluted because there's people who are hip hop who love Drake, like Mace. So they're like, how can he not be hip hop if I'm hip hop? And then it gets into a messy conversation that we still haven't figured out. But I digress. We see that the culture's in a good spot. The projects are coming out. They're rolling out. People within our space. There's a talking point that hip hop is going back underground. Maybe so. It's not as mainstream as it once was. But my take that I'm bringing to the chat, and of course to my guys, is hip hop is in the good space. Removing hip hop out there. I'm not saying it's dead or none of that. Like, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Don't clip this and make my shit look crazy. What I think is that what I think is missing from this year, with the exception of the Clips album, is a ground-breaking rap moment when it comes to an album. There've been some really strong releases from albums. There's albums we disagree on, like for instance, like Alfredo 2. I don't think it's as good as y'all think it is, but that's good for the sport, where we can disagree and hear things a little bit differently. But I feel like it's been a lot of strong projects, very consistently strong projects. But with the exception of Clips, where I think the Clips made the room shake with a body of work that sounds different from everyone else, I feel like what's actually missing from rap, not hip hop, is more groundbreaking, genre-shifting music. It's a lot of safe music, but niggas ain't pushing the envelope the way I feel like they can or capable of doing. So I say that to the chat. I say that to the Rap Roundtable. Sin, I bring that to you. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that we are in a state of flux, as I've said several times. I think it's gonna take a little bit of time for while we're in the state of flux, while we're in the state of transition, to really find the next stable place in the culture, as far as like a placement within the mainstream, a placement within the rest of the music industry. But I think it's gonna take some time. I think and y'all gonna say that I'm putting my cape on once again.
It didn't drop this year, bro.
No, not GNX.
Okay.
But the album before GNX, Mr. Morale. I thought that was, a very brave album to make. I thought that it was an album that really pushed what hip hop could be in terms of subject matters and in terms of like soundscapes. And a lot of people within the space rejected it, right? He came back with GNX. GNX made a much stronger impact on the culture, right? And so maybe we could take what GNX did and, start building from there. What GNX and what the Clips have done with Let God Sort Them Out, and start building from there. I think those are the two most impactful bodies of work within the last 12 months. GNX came out in 2024, but it was in November 2024. We're in November right now. Within the last year, the irony's not lost on me. It's not even irony, really. It's more like it was written.
Yeah.
The two biggest Drake ops have made the two most impactful bodies of work within the last 12 months. You know what I mean? So between GNX and Let God Sort Them Out, I think everybody else in the culture, in the space, in the industry, if you're hip hop, look towards those two projects and get inspired off of that and move off of like the energy that those two projects brought to us. Not to say that everything else that we've loved, elsewhere, isn't valid. The Freddie Gibbs,
Yeah.
Mobb Deep, Raekwon. The new De La album is great. Nas is about to drop, but I'm just saying, in terms of impact, you can't deny that GNX and then Let God Sort Them Out have made the two biggest impacts in the culture. Build off of that.
You need to balance your thoughts on me saying that while the music is good, the ground isn't breaking. We not because the thing is, when you get to the next segment that we're going to talk about, where Complex dropped that list, there's a lot of albums that shook rooms, changed the game, changed history.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of, I think the history changing album of 2025 is the Clips album. There's a lot of really good albums that will be great for people's discographies, but we haven't gotten that body of work from outside of the people that Sincere mentioned this year that had us like, holy shit, what was that? What do you say to that?
I think Sim was on point with what he said. I think we're still dealing with the aftermath of what GNX brought to the game. and the clips brought a hell of a body of work to this shit. And I really do also love that Freddie Gibbs album. I think you're right in the sense too. I think maybe people aren't trying to like break the mold. Maybe I think people are just trying to give you the most good, solid projects they can give you. I feel like people feel like now, I don't want to change the mold. The mold is kind of like we're in a set state. You know how we talked about the Great Reset and how a couple years ago the shit was dry. I feel like right now we're getting highfalutin. We're not getting game changing though. We're just getting extremely high level raps. If we get them on great beats, we're lucky. You know, some of these albums haven't had great beats all through the 2025, but some of them have had great beats. Some of them have had great lyrics. I think people want to get out of the elements of where we are now a little bit, you know, into a little more of a vibe, a little more, because the vibe is gone essentially. Like we're not really getting. Yeah, but it does play a place though, and it don't got to be super vibey.
Yes.
But even in terms of the GNX album, there's a hell of a vibe on that album. In terms of the Clips album, there's a hell of a vibe, and I don't mean vibe like you out there just dancing. I mean like it's head nodding music.
The music moves. That's what I'm saying about groundbreaking. It's music that moves you. You know what I'm saying?
It's building. You get what I'm saying? While I'm listening to the Clips album, I'm like, I can actually knock my head while enjoying high tier raps.
I was booming so be it last night driving to work. I'm like, yo,
dude.
this. It's not enough of this. Not the song, but like that vibe, as you said.
The energy.
Yeah.
Like that, and that's missing from the game. I feel, and I always talk about this, I feel like all the people who bring the incredible lyricism kind of lack the ability to reach into that realm to make people catch the vibe. And all the people that know how to catch the vibe really don't know how to reach into the realm of lyricism. That's why the albums that are doing so well are doing what they're doing, because they happen to tap into both. GNX tapped into both. Clips tapped into both. I thought Freddie tapped into both. There was some great fucking songs on that album. Lemon Pepper Steppers, bro. Yeah. Like, I haven't heard a song like that in a long time that had me just like truly in the head. Now, I think people right now are just trying to kind of give you one or the other. Either they can't give you both, or they're just going to give you what they have. And I feel like that's where we are right now. People are giving you what they have. So we're not going to get groundbreaking. We're going to get really good. And sometimes really good don't got to be groundbreaking. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Mesito.
Y'all are cooking. Dean, you kind of alluded a little bit to the point I think Jarv is trying to get at here. And I think Jarv, you know, ultimately with the statement that you're making, which is a true one, and even what Dean alluded to, is that I think it's ready for Jarv to come to the dark side, man.
Oh shit.
I think that's it, brother. I think Jarv is ready to admit that all the good raps and all the good beats in the world, like Dean said, you need the vibe. It's a yin and a yang.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's
because what dark side you talking about?
It's a yin and a yang.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a yin and a yang in the rap game, right? Like, of course, we want, you know, highfalutin raps. Of course, we want people challenging themselves artistically and putting quality bodies of work out, but you still need the hits, man. You still need the box.
I was not talking about hits. I don't know what he's talking about.
You still need the sales, okay? What Jarv is what Jarv doesn't realize, he's fighting it himself. It's okay.
I'm gonna talk for myself.
It's okay. He's fighting it himself. Let me talk for him for now. Okay, you right. It's there is an energy missing, and there is a vibe missing. There is. Although we getting a lot of this, and it's like Dean said, we went from one extreme to the other. And the rap game is never truly complete until you get both. What are you guys' favorite years in rap ever? Right? Like, is it 96?
96 is one of
96? Guess what happened in 98?
96,
you know what I mean?
97, 98.
Guess what happened in
01.
96? 01. I'll get the 01
heavy.
in a second. I'll get the 01 in a second. But guess what happened in 96? We got highfalutin raps. We got people putting out great albums. We got, Shoguns doing their thing. But we also got hits, right? We also got sales. We also got things that made things feel more grandiose, right? It Was Written is great, but it's also Nas's highest selling album.
Yeah.
Has his biggest hit ever. You know what I mean?
And De La Soul dropped the same day.
And De La Soul dropped a yin and a yang, Sin. Yeah. Thank you. 01.
What's his biggest single ever?
What's that?
Nas is the biggest single ever. You said?
I would say Made You Look.
If I Rule the World.
I mean, if I Rule the World.
In terms of like fan participation, everybody fucks with that song, bro.
Yeah. Statistically, that's the one.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Is it could it be 01? I'm glad you mentioned that, Jaw. We didn't just the Blueprint was a all-time body of work, right? But it also had Izzo, an unforgettable hit that's on the radio that's identifiable to this day. That's the point I'm trying to make. Even if you want to get more recent, I wasn't even. What's that?
People play that song to this day.
The
You got that on your playlist.
Not in Sid's
You got that
house.
on your Jay-Z's playlist.
Izzo, absolutely.
Izzo on your Jay-Z playlist.
Why wouldn't it be?
Absolutely.
What's wrong with
Izzo goes
Showed
crazy.
you how to move in a room full of
this
vultures.
Izzo-
On your favorite Jay-Z song
Yes.
playlist. You
If
got
you
Izzo.
want to if you have a
Izzo was
Jay-Z mix,
it was a cool moment
The
in time.
Nas fan don't get why whole fans like Izzo. It's all right. I
it's
understand.
all right. I understand, but yes,
an
most of
album
us
that
gonna
had-
have the statistics
balance comes from.
speak for themselves. Girls,
Izzo-
that's another hit.
Izzo
Thank you,
talking
Sam.
the whole. He talking to us on that shit. He giving us real game on Izzo,
That's
man.
it, man.
Come
That's
on.
it. What the catchy
You
beat?
don't
what
know?
the catchy chorus?
Yeah, that's for the
It's
streets,
all
though.
on the
It's
playlist.
all on there, right?
For the
What you
streets.
mean? It ain't this or that.
Right.
It's all there.
Izzo.
And that's
All
the
right.
thing. Even when you
All
want to
right.
go,
Y'all
even
got
when
it.
you want to go
Jeezy,
more
it's all
recent
there.
years, right? You go more recent years. What's the modern greatest years in hip hop? Is it 2012 when Good Kid, Mad City dropped, which was a hit, all time hit album, but also you got
And
the
Drake was
first
tolerable. Yeah.
you also got the first of Ab Soul, Didn't Control System dropped this year. Then Habits and Contradictions by Schoolboy Q dropped that year. You got
that's a
a
hell of
yin
a
and a
time.
yang. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what really the rap game is missing right now. We've people have rejected and not only rejected it, but you know, a lot of the shit that side of hip hop has been putting out is ass. But you need both. They need to come. They need to rise to the occasion as well. The vibey side of hip hop, the side of hip hop that cares about
But it only-
sales. The side of hip hop that's making music for the general public and not just hip hop fans.
Okay.
I think that the point that Jarv is saying is that you always feel incomplete if you lean one way or the other. Yes, we still are getting great hip hop. We still are getting classic bodies of work, but it does feel like something is missing. And I'm just saying you need both sides.
Well, for the sake of clarity, I'm not talking about sales. I'm not talking about hit records. I'm just talking about the art. Shout out to Punch, respecting the art form and whatnot.
And I have pushback, but I'm gonna let you go.
Appreciate that, sir. I feel like if I'm going to the dark side, Mase, and maybe I am, maybe I'm venturing to that side but it's only the dark side by way of people right now with the underground rap going underground, the hip hop part, not rap, hip hop going underground. Some of my immediate point of view might seem like the dark side, but maybe not Ye himself, but I kind of miss what Ye brought to the table before he kind of lost his mind. Because it's about like real life. I'm still rapping on these beats, but how am I composing the songs? What type of beats am I using? Little like ear candy, like when the beat drop at a certain part inside of the verse and the artist know at that point that the beat is dropping and he switches cadence a little bit. There's little shit like that gets me going. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's just a lot of, I don't want to say paint by the numbers, but everything feels formulaic for the most part. They're rhyming, 16-part verse, 8-bar chorus, 16-part verse. We're not getting 3 verses like that anymore. So you're getting basically 32 bars of verses,
2 hooks.
On to the next song. It's a lot of formulaic. It's good. The formula is good. But what I'm saying is I guess I'm like a dope fiend at this point. And I'm missing that fix, that good hit of rap crack. I'm missing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I love the Clips album so much. That's why I jumped out the window early and I was like, don't be afraid to call this a classic, because they are doing something right now. The way the album zigs and zags. Every time you thought you had this album figured out, the vibe around the album changed. From the fucking intro to the second song, the vibe changed.
Everything, bro.
But it wasn't jarring in a way where you felt like this song didn't belong, that song didn't belong.
Concise. Still had
It
sequencing
made
and everything.
sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, and this has been happening for at least 25 years in rap. There's a group of artists that feel like if I don't zag too much, if I make everything sound similar, I got a classic or I have a cohesive body of verse. Cohesive don't always mean staying within one particular vibe and not jumping off. Now I sound like a hypocrite because I kind of got at JID for trying that shit. I just didn't like the song where he was trying to zig and zag and all of that. I didn't love the record. I respected the attempt.
It's a delicate balance.
It's a delicate balance, you know what I mean? Because put it this way, to go back to the blueprint, there's still a polarizing argument about Jigga Jigga That Nigga Jigga. There's people who feel like that is the perfect break in the album. Some people feel like that don't belong there. All right, you see, I think it's a good break in between all the soul shit. As soon as I get that shit the fuck out of here. It's been 24 years. You know what I mean?
I will let it play just cause, just not to break up the flow, but
you know what it doesn't make me. It don't.
You could have taken it out, and it would have.
Yeah,
been.
I'll agree to that. But what I'll say is, it doesn't take me out of the moment when I listen to the blueprint, and that's all I'm looking for. If it takes me out of the listening experience, then I don't want it. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I miss Ye for that. Because Ye, when Ye was in his bag, even with the fucking, the Jesus is King albums and things of that nature, Ye take you on these trips. Even, I'm starting to miss Rose. Because Rose really makes good albums where he's taking you places. And he's taking you on trips while he's talking this shit to you. Like, I remember I forgot which album it was when he has that song Santorini Grease on there. And I'm like, this nigga got this shit on this album.
Is that deeper than rap?
Nah, that's way after Deeper Than Rap.
It's
It's
the
like
album with
20.
the green cover.
Yeah.
I got the name of it.
You know what I mean? Rapper Estates with Benny and shit. And it's like you got joints like that where it's just like, whoa, like you listening and the song and the album is good, then this shit just come on and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And like I'm missing that feeling where it's like niggas is really taking opportunities. Like even the Metro album that dropped before what was that had the
Villains and Heroes shit.
Yeah.
Metro
took a lot of chances on the album. Now again,
Great chances.
There's people who don't get with Metro like that, so they don't get it. But like Metro that's not a trap album to me. It has trap, a lot of trap. Like its lineage is trap.
There's almost like some, I don't want to like, not rock and rolly, but like
you can't even put it.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what
like-
it is. You know what I mean?
but like guitar-y kind of
Right.
energy. You know what I'm saying?
And he took some chances. Like Metro got, and then you think about it, a lot of those chances that were successful that leaned into I Don't Trust You.
Yeah.
A lot is like, it's like the direct to me sequel is that album, like the sonically anyway. So I'm looking at these artists and I'm like, who's gonna find that special seasoning of lyrical dexterity and great beat selection, great sonic selection, great artistic direction, and do some shit that is like, what the fuck is this? Like right now, I'm in this phase where it's like, oh, this is hard, this is tough, gas. But I haven't had a what the fuck is this moment since Let God Sort Him Out. And I think we have enough rappers right now who can really push it to that next level. If you want to be the number one guy, you want to be in top 3 conversations, you got to push the envelope. I felt like Tyler, and I'll get to him later, dropped the ball because he made an album coming off in the midst of the chaos. He dropped the album and it was just like, this album is not it. Like, people, some people like the risk he took, but I'm like, coming off of the album he dropped last year, to follow it up with this shit is like, bro, you dropped the ball. In my opinion, anyway. I'm just one man. But go ahead, son. You said you had pushback, whatever.
Yeah, no. So here's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, how many years ago was 2008?
Shit. 17.
17 years ago. Right? Quick math. Very quick. What 2 huge albums dropped that year? What's the 2 biggest albums that dropped that year?
Carter 3.
Carter 3.
Wasn't it a Ye album that dropped?
808s.
808s.
Yeah.
Carter 3 and 808s. Everything that came after that, as far as the young generation, it blossomed out of that amalgamation, right? It was either 808s inspired or it was Carter 3 inspired.
Shit.
One of the two.
I don't know if you ever made that point before, but holy shit.
That's a good
2008.
Maybe
Holy
2008.
you
was
have,
a
but
good
it wasn't used with the Carter 2. It was basically how 808 set the tone for like a lot of shit we had coming forth.
Nah,
You have
but
that
that's
beat.
even-
808s.
even-
But
Yeah.
Carter 3,
Yeah.
I love that album, by the way.
same year, right? And so what I feel has happened since then, right? Because Kanye came back around for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You know what I mean? He put all the ingredients together. But I feel like a lot of other artists of that generation and moving forward, they went off of the 808 and Carter 3 blueprint and went in a different direction, right? And Kanye is such a love, like, this is why it still hurts me to this day, like where Kanye has ended up, because he was, you could tell he loved this shit. You know,
in a real way, bro.
you could tell, like, Wu-Tang and RZA, Tribe and Q-Tip, Dilla,
Really had an effect
like
on him.
all of that shit was all in his music. You know what I mean? And he put it together in a way where it was like, all right, let me take all these ingredients, but let me make a dish that can be served to everyone. You know? And that was the magic of Kanye. But him aside, I think it's been a tough time for, you know, because then, you know, and I think you made this point last time, both Drake and Kenny both came out of that Kanye era. But then they took two completely sort of different routes in how they approached their music. They had two different philosophies.
I think the best parts of Kanye went with Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie. As
Right.
far as album making goes, Kendrick
Yeah.
is the closest.
But their philosophies were so different, and now I think where we're left is like two completely like split philosophies, right? Now that Drake has kind of, I don't know, kind of been pushed to the side, fizzled a little bit.
Yeah.
Now we're left with the other side, but like now the other side is like outside of Kenny, who's really moving the needle
That's what I'm looking
from
for.
that side.
That's what I'm looking for.
You know, so like to Mace's point, that yin and yang was very important, but at this point, there's not one artist that embodies the yin and yang the way that a Kanye did, or even the way that a Wayne did. If you want to say, like, I'm not a Wayne fan, but if you want to say that, I won't argue with you.
Before y'all
Iceman
came
on
in,
the way.
me and Walt the Great was
It
talking.
ain't gonna be Iceman.
It's not
on
gonna
the
be
way.
Iceman,
It's
bro.
not.
Iceman on
Like
the way.
like it feels so splintered now, and like there might have been like a segment of time, like an era where like after the split happened, there was some intermingling between the two sides, but now I feel like the two sides are too far apart.
Like
There's no intermingling
It makes
between
me
the two.
though.
of
I
them.
want to bring you back into this conversation because you're actually a fan of Drake, so maybe you can help me understand. Like I feel like at some point Drake got so comfortable with this current formula that he can't go back. Because I remember, all right, Quentin Miller aside, if you're reading this, it's too late. The album is amazing. Say what you want
Classic.
about Drake. Say what the fuck you want
Classic.
about Drake. If there's a classic to be had in Drake's discography, in my opinion, as a non-Drake fan, it's that project. Because it had a little bit of everything. That it was timely, while to me at the same time pushing shit forward. Like beat for beat, the concepts, things of that nature. I remember even having like a 0 to 100. Then he had the joint. What was the name of the song? I forget the name of it right now. I'm gonna pull it up later because I don't want to be a bad podcaster. But he took trips. He learned lessons from rocking with Future. But at the same time, he didn't flat out bite Future.
Right.
But like understanding what that particular audience wanted and what the vibe and the aesthetic was of that time, to me, if you read This Is Too Late, captured that.
Right.
And then at a certain point, like even the way he rhymes now is different. He's still rhyming in the same cadence over and over again. And I'm like, I always say this on the pod because niggas be feeling like I'm like the equal Drake hater that sentence. I'm like, nah, I'm neutral in this shit. Because there's shit about Drake that I can't stand, but if Drake got a record that I like, I'ma spin it.
Drake
You know
and
what I mean?
McDonald's, bro. Like for the last, since you been eating McDonald's, that
Right.
burger then came with the same onions and ketchup, and it
Right.
came with 4 pickles and shit.
Right.
It's the same shit, bro.
But sometimes that burger not good. You know what I
Every once
mean?
in a while it don't
So
hit.
it's like I remember like one of my favorite Drake songs of all time was a joint he did. It was like a throwaway on, I think, on Dark Lane demo tape. The shit he did with Future, Desires.
Fire.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so even when Drake sings, I might fuck with it if it's the right song or the right vibe and shit. Right? It's like, what the fuck happened to Drake? Like, why did he get so comfortable in this particular version of himself? I don't know how this became a Drake topic. I didn't mean for it to be, but we're here, and I just need the Drake fan, the guy who listens to his music closely. Like, how has he veered so far away from what worked when the neutral parties was really jacking the Drake music?
Well, you mentioned something important. There is really like two Drakes when it comes to his career because you mentioned that, but that whole entire run, you know what I mean? That's the acclaimed Drake run, whether it's Take Care whether it's Nothing Was the Same, whether it's If You're Reading This Is Too Late, whether it's What a Time to Be Alive. That whole run is the run that people go back
to me. That's the run that really ended the conversation. Who's the top guy? Like, I think that's solidified it for him.
For sure. So and at that point, this is you can't really call it pre-streaming, but Views was pretty much the album that launched Apple Music, if y'all remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wasn't that the album that him and Budden kind of fell out behind?
Yeah, that's it right there. And then Scorpion kind of helped Spotify. You know what I mean? Like, you remember Scorpion was the Drake is on every playlist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That Scorpion era. So
the
I think
bachata playlist, the salsa playlist,
right, the country playlist. You know what I
everything.
mean? All of that. So I think I think his music, there's a combination, because I mentioned this before. That's when the ghostwriting shit came out.
Right.
You mentioned, you know what I mean? Because although he recorded the album before it, so you got to think about the energy into the album is pre I Got Caught, right? He became much more of a business. This is the million selling first week Drake. This is the I'm a brand Drake. So I think he kind of got formulaic, because that's what the game kind of became, right? Like when you get into the stream era, it's literally a playlist, right? That's part of the game. I think one thing that's known about Drake, and this is part of him and Kendrick's lore, is that he was trying to put together the perfect album. You know what I mean? That's what Nothing Was the Same. I'm glad Sin had mentioned Dark Twisted Fantasy in comparison to 808s. One thing that's super interesting about that is if you listen to Kanye interviews, he basically said, like, I know people didn't like me. I know, I had just zigged with 808s. The Taylor Swift just happened. So I'm creating an album that is the most palatable hip hop album ever to hip hop fans. I'm literally pandering to the hip hop fan.
But that's the thing.
Successfully.
Successfully.
Yeah.
Because look at the bookended records, 808s and Yeezus.
Yeah.
His most experimental records. That's what he wanted to do.
But he pandered while making a rap orchestra album.
Right.
Like, that's the shit that is like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, his pandering, you still gotta spend $200, $300 for a good cut of steak. It's not a burger. You feel me?
Wait, you're saying he was pandering with
That's what
Dark Twisted
he's saying
Fantasy?
that
Kanye has said that.
Kanye said he was pandering?
Yeah, that he basically had everybody was pissed off at him. You know what I mean? So he went to 808s, Taylor Swift, all of this shit that was going on with him. So he flew to Wyoming and he said, I'm going to make the hip hop album that I know that's easy for me basically to make.
And that
you know what I mean?
World will want.
Yes. You know what I mean? I'll throw up the interviews, to y'all specifically afterwards. But that's what Kanye was trying to do. And I feel Drake's version of that was Nothing Was the Same. That he's basically was putting together a record that he thought this is what the hip hop fans want. It just happened to fall in conjunction with, those years are bookended by Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly. So I think Drake gave up, to answer your question ultimately, Job. I think he gave up at trying to be, the number one rap guy, the number one hip hop guy, and I think he went to the dark side. He gave
up on being the critical darling.
I got a problem with
the guy who the one who listened to Fonte and bought Pusha T microphone.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now do you think?
One could argue he just didn't have it in him.
But see, now, thank you for saying that, Sid, because that is the great separator between the pairings of other eras. I don't believe that at no point that Big and Pac, both rest in peace, would have done that. Oh, word, you dropped this? Hold on, let me
reform
this
whole shit.
Nas and Hove, oh, word, you dropped this? Hold on. Like Blueprint drop? Still mad, a whole lot. You know what I mean? Blueprint 2, yeah, got some whole lot. Oh shit, nigga, 2-piece week, Black Album. Let's compete. You know what I mean? Like, for you to bow out while Kenny's in his critical peak. I don't know if tell me if I'm wrong, but Good Kid followed by To Pimp a Butterfly, I look at that as his critical peak. Okay. Like, where's the competitive motor to say, shit, this nigga's kicking my back in. I gotta do something. I mean, and I guess Drake's argument would be, you could keep the critical acclaim because I got the crowd lit. Because you could say during that same window, Drake with the features, Drake with the little side quest battles, Drake with the albums. He got the crowd lit. You know what I mean?
He became his most popular at that point, right?
But I think if Drake would have took competing with Kendrick more seriously, he'd probably be more, beloved by hip hop. Because we understand these little pot shots they've been taking at each other over 10 years. If you out there and you trying to make the album that supplants the guy that you're competing with or gets close to, it changes the argument about you.
Or we could have got what we got now, but just a lot earlier.
Right. Imagine if Jay just decided to go the Flow Rider route after losing. Jay got in his bag. We always go back to it, but it's like Jay got in his bag as a rapper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The S. Carter mixtapes.
Fire.
The features. The Black Album. Like, he was like, this nigga kicked my back in New York City, said he beat me. I gotta show that I'm still the best. That's why I always look at Drake and I'm like, yo, bro, like, hip hop, the same niggas that you claim you don't care about, but you really real life care about, said that you got your ass beat in an international sense word, ass whipping. What you gonna do? Go ahead, Mase, because I wanna get the topic away from these two guys.
You cooking, and that's the interesting thing about Views, right? Views is simultaneously Drake's most popular moment. You know what I mean? Million first week. To a certain person, they would look at the Views moment and say, "Oh, that's where
checkmate.
Drake won."
Yeah,
right.
It.
But as a Drake fan, right? I feel like this is the same thing with 50 Cent and the Massacre. The Massacre is going crazy. I say, as a 50 Cent fan, the Massacre, you heard it and you felt 50 lost a step. You know what I mean? No matter how popular it is, it's 50's most popular point, and that was the moment. That's how I felt when Views dropped. I was like, I think he lost a step. You know what I mean? To be honest, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's the Cliff argument that I've been telling niggas about for years. This nigga's Mount Everest. So if he lost a step, you can't see it. Because he's all the way up there. You know what I mean? Right. Much like LeBron. I've been telling Mase LeBron lost a step since his last year in Cleveland. It took bad years for niggas to see it. But I'm like, that ain't Braun no more. You know what I mean? But like, bringing it full circle, of course we ended up talking about the two tent poles of the era.
Why not?
But I felt like Schoolboy Q tried it with Blue Lips as far as pushing forward, and I don't think it landed well with the audience generally. I fuck with the album, but Sin has a valid argument in that it's too all over the place. It's a delicate balance.
It don't happen often. In order for it, you got to have three things. You got to be top tier lyricism, get the crowd moving, and be a polarizing figure all at the same time. Me and Walt was talking about it. DMX comes to mind when I think about that. He was all three. Where you had to respect the pen, he could give you them joints, and he walk in the room and he was still that nigga. Like, that don't happen like that in hip hop today
helps
no more.
though, because he made a song with Cisco in 2000 that.
But you been
certain rappers try to talk to the ladies now, and they street nigga, they would be like, "Oh, you a phony." They would immediately call you a sellout. And wasn't nobody calling X a sellout in 2000 when he dropped that. It's such a fickle time. You was.
I dare you call DMX.
How dare you, right?
I dare you.
That's facts.
I don't think. He did. Try that shit on the train.
Different animal.
Different, bro.
I think J. Cole has made a bunch of safe albums. I think he's in that argument. It's good. Don't look at safe as an insult. When I look at Cole's discography, I don't see not one genre shifting dynamic. Listen, I think he's gotten better as an album maker, but I don't think he's done that album as
2014 will be the closest.
Shit, right. I think JID could do it if he really wants to. Like if he, I think he overthinks it sometimes. When I listen to his rhymes and because he's so lyrical, I get the vibe that he's an overthinker.
I feel like he wanted to do that with this album though. The God Don't Like Ugly, it just didn't translate.
So you see, he's on that path. He's trying, but there's more to do. I think Joey Badass. Say what you want about Joey. I think if Joey really just tunes out the noise, fuck the internet, I think he has what it takes.
Boy can rap, bro.
To really push it forward, but you have to get around the right people. It's like having a good player. He needs to be coached now. You know what I mean?
He needs to be coached.
Yeah.
Good point. I think the producers need to step up as well.
That's a great point. Who's a producer that's going to curate that?
He
next
got like
thing?
the last dope conductor joint to me.
Damn.
Like
all these
like
eras that
Dark
we
Aura?
talking about. There was a Kanye. You know what I mean? There was a Redacted in the Redacted family. You know what I'm saying? There was Primo, who we talk about. There was a driving force.
Neptunes,
Timbo. It's endless.
Just Blaze.
Timbo out here making AI bullshit.
The producers that are at the top of their game right now lean one sound to the other. They're not as versatile as they need to be.
And I think ultimately that's the problem. Everybody, look, we're in an era where everybody's gonna lean one way or another. There's not like I think again. It boils down to the internet. Everybody thought that the internet would bring everybody together. It's just made people, sort of go into their own little silos and stay in their comfort zones.
Yeah,
that's why that you mentioned Metro, and I know it's probably like Groundhog Day for them. Like here, Jav mentioning Metro again, but that is the chief guy. Yes, that's one of the few guys that could provide that type of direction
and the music
and production and just the ideas around that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. Like
shout out to Metro.
Hey, try it. I kind of miss Nipsey for that because when you listen to Victory Lap, that album was dynamic as fuck.
Going, bro.
He was on his way. Rest in peace, Nipsey.
And look, the artists that have really been on that cusp. Nipsey was there, and what's wrong with me? From New York,
Pop
Smoke. Pop Smoke was there. Nipsey was there, and Pop Smoke was there. And then unfortunately he got took out.
A few people, yeah.
He was
there. They both had it.
He was right
you
there.
Mentioned Tyler is one. I think if it, this may be a crazy name to some, but I think when he was active, ASAP Rocky was one of them guys. You know
definitely,
what I mean?
Definitely.
There's a few guys that combined music and musicality the way it needs to be.
That's another thing. Now that you bring up ASAP, it's like I feel like some artists get a little bit of money and they be happy, complacent.
No shots.
Like, I got a little bit of money. I'm good.
Two good albums.
Not legit
no
because
shots, and it's always a Harlem nigga.
Two really
man.
good albums.
ASAP, Jewels, Mase.
Right?
They get some bread and they quit.
Out of here.
They use all of their superpowers to get to the goal. But it's like there's guys who just want to win a chip. Then there's motherfuckers who want to keep winning the chip. They want to repeat. They want to be a dynasty. And
you got Rihanna. That's the chip.
That's
several
and
chips.
two babies.
A championship.
And they keep repeating, nigga. What's it? They on like 3
2
now?
or 3?
4? Fuck. Yeah.
Shit.
3
Shout out ASAP.
Rocky, what up, nigga?
and the thing is like once you get one of them gems, and they want to procreate, and they say, "I'm not making music. I'm not outside. I want to just do things that make babies." Who are you to say no?
Things that
He ain't
You
lying.
know what I mean? Who do you say?
hashtag do things
fashion
that make
is going
babies.
on
You
like
don't say no to that. You know what I mean?
Didn't Jay-Z
More the merrier.
bag Beyonce and retire? Like that's
Essentially.
what happened, bro.
Essentially.
Like nigga, when
That's the real story.
when them toes curl and them socks fly off,
That's the
you
real
stop
story.
giving a fuck about a lot of shit. Okay?
Jesus.
Not
You
the
know what I mean?
crab toes, bro.
Nah, nigga, when them
what's
toes,
happening to Klay Thompson
when them
right
toes
now, bro.
point north, nigga,
Jesus Christ.
you see Clay can't even shoot.
Yo.
He throwing that thing on.
Oh, that's a fact.
Listen, man.
When them
Parlays
toes
is
curl
toes.
up, you start losing your superpower. You don't see straight.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Andre and Erica.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yo, listen.
No,
Yeah,
She
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
him up
the
for
list
life.
goes on and on.
Yes, Erica
Andre still
everybody.
fucked up.
Yo,
everybody.
Common was this close. He came back. He was this close.
My son,
Man, Amber Rose had Yago off the deep end,
Listen,
man.
I ain't
Jay
never, no
Electronica,
funny shit.
Lost
No
in the
funny shit.
Sauce.
I never seen a nigga grab a ass the way Ye grabbed Amber
Oh
ass
my
with the
God.
Henny bottle
Yo,
in public.
He gave that shit a pound.
Nigga, he was
like,
stretching her asshole, nigga, like he was pulling that shit.
He gave that shit a pound, bro.
God damn. When they
dapping
throw
that
that
shit
shit
up,
on
bro.
you, bro, you don't see straight. Your whole everything is off.
with the Henny.
Nigga lost
Oh,
it,
man.
bro.
But the only positive to Ye made his greatest album. Well,
Yeah.
Yo,
this is
that's
true.
still
The muse
yo,
of muses, man.
This
That
is true.
fucking picture of him with the Henny bottle, bro.
Had him about to punch
Such a
Taylor Swift in the
classic
face,
photo.
bro.
Yeah.
I need that shit
ass
on
grab.
a t-shirt, bro.
You know what I mean? Shit me.
On the team, nigga.
A black leather shirt, jeans, and
Tim's.
It wasn't-
black
Yo.
on black
Black
construction
on black constructs, nigga.
Come on.
He was on
Came on
demon
time,
time, that night.
bro.
and the
With a
shades,
Henny
bro.
gallon,
Nigga, it wasn't
bro.
even, it
That's
wasn't
like
even
the
fall
Chicago
yet. It was
Bulls.
early September. and he had a full fit on with a Henny bottle.
Ready.
The gallon, boy.
man.
The gallon.
Gallon.
Bro. Of course he ran on that stage.
It's $90,
You got,
nigga.
you got where's she from again? Amber Rose?
Oh shit.
Philly.
Nah, what's
Cape
that?
Verdean.
Cape Verdean, red bone with the light blonde season,
Different.
double cheeked up. Probably the baddest he ever
This
bagged.
pre-IG,
face.
y'all. This is
Pre-IG.
pre-IG, so this was elite.
Pre-tattoo on her head.
Pre-tattoo.
You know what I'm saying? She like me.
Pre-MAGA too.
Yeah.
Well, they ended
Yeah.
up being on
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
side.
I was mad the whole time. But you know what I mean? She like me back. You know, so you shoot your shot and
I don't
they
know if
they
the
like
whole
you
time,
back.
but okay.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh shit, she with the shit. Oh shit. Nigga probably call Hove right away. Yo,
I'm gone.
the escort. Anyway. You know what I mean? Let's
Shit.
move on. So, the rap snob,
Yes,
you,
yes.
you dropped a list in the chat. Hit the
Oh,
like
yeah.
button. Hit the
Yes,
subscribe
sir.
Do
button.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hit the
sir.
likes
notification
up.
bell.
Pull
Lock
that
in
up.
with the rap roundtable. We still need 500 likes on each and every video. I've been stingy with likes.
Come on,
500
man.
likes.
man.
At the end of the stream, of course, like and swiping hype. If you catch this after it airs and streams, you can swipe right away and hype. Make
Right.
sure you do that. Lock in the all things rap round table. Complex, drop the list. But surprisingly, people are not yelling about this list. I'm going on the internet. I'm not seeing no one offended by this list. Did they get this list right? I don't know. To see the rap
I
snob,
don't
let's
know.
talk about
I
it.
don't know either. So Complex just dropped a new list. Wake up, everyone! New list alert.
Yeah.
And
New list.
what's interesting about this is that they titled it "The Best Albums of the 21st Century So Far."
Right.
Not the best selling albums, not the best rap albums, not the best, I don't know. What's another buzzword they use? Urban. Not the best urban album. Like they literally just said the best albums.
Wow.
But when you look at this list, this is almost strictly a hip hop list. A rap list.
Let's go.
Primarily.
You know what I mean? So
should be.
it is complex, but you figure, people at Complex, they probably listen to like, I don't know, The Killers, so
My Chemical Romance.
My
Maybe a little
Chemical
bit of that.
Romance, a few rock bands out there
Morissette,
here and there, you know what I
Green
mean?
Day action.
It is, the 21st century Green Day, but this is mostly a rap list. You know what I mean? So I fucks with that.
Domination.
Now, I like the way that they frame it because it's the 21st century. The 21st century has been very rap and hip hop heavy. The same way back in the days, whenever they said best albums, it was always like some rock shit.
Yeah.
Every time. So now, best albums of the 21st century is hip hop shit. So I fucks with that. Shouts to Complex for that. Now, I'm gonna go for the top 15,
Yeah, for sure.
and then
Honorable
dive into
mention-
some of the rest of them later.
Honorable mention to diplomatic immunity at 46.
Salute.
Deanie,
Salute.
Deanie as soon as I walked into the studio tonight, him and Ward tried to
Hype.
jump me and tell me this album was a classic. But if Complex is saying it's number 46, it might be a classic.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
So the top 15 we're gonna go through. At number 15, very recent from 2020, Playboy Cardi, Whole Lotta Red.
Immediately, what?
Okay,
I've seen that album fuck the streets up. I can't
all right.
lie.
Number
You
14,
have?
For the youngest? For the
Kanye,
younger folk? Yeah.
Yeezus.
Huh?
Number 13, Future, DS2.
Yes. Too
Worthy.
low. Should be top 10.
Very worthy.
Top 10.
Should be top 10.
Wow.
DS2 is a very important album.
Number
It's-
12,
Is
Walt's the great.
K-Dot.
bro.
Walt the GOAT.
Walt's the great, bro.
Kendrick Lamar.
You say, you say.
Hold on,
What
sis.
happened?
You see what's going on?
Yeah!
Look at that, bro.
Yo, I never seen puppets like that. Stretching that.
Yo, get over here.
I'm surprised they don't got a kid
Oh,
together. The way he was
shit.
drinking that Henny that night.
Oh,
man.
my
Grabbing
God.
that shit.
Yay. I
Golly.
was young then, but I've been there since then, yeah. I
Come
know
on.
the feeling, bro.
That was a hell of a night.
What? Off the hand,
Yes, sir.
Yo, Henny bottle in one hand.
Cheeks in another.
Big ass
Listen,
cheek
we
in
been
another.
we
That's a
all
black
been
man's
there.
dream.
We
Hell
all been
yeah.
there, bro.
One hand Henny, one hand ass.
Living life.
Come on, bro. You can't go wrong.
Can't go
Look
wrong.
at how he was looking at it too.
This what I'm saying, bro.
She was
We
like,
all
She was
been
fake a
there.
little embarrassed, like, yo, chill.
Yes.
Like, yo, chill.
He's like, yo, what is?
She like,
what's
damn,
this?
Calm down, nigga.
Listen.
Yes.
Shit.
That's
Yay.
classic.
Salute,
Right
yay.
Shout
We
out
down
to
a
Kanye,
t-shirt,
man.
That's the blueprint right there, bro.
there. Yo, that was his best ever.
That's
too.
a time to be alive,
Crazy.
man.
Back to the list though. All right, so we left off at Future at 13, DS2. Kenny, Good Kid, Mad City at number 12.
Great album.
Wow.
I feel like that might be a little low.
That's definitely another top 10er.
Outkast at 11 with Stankonia.
Stankonia is not better than To Pimp a Butterfly, bro.
Shit.
Oh, Good Kid, pardon.
Good
I'm about to
kid.
say it. To Pimp a Butterfly jaw.
Coming around.
Wait a minute.
He coming around.
There we go. Freudian slip.
Freudian slip, that damn. That's why I want to say make my drinks. You know
Number-
what I mean?
Number 10, The Weeknd, House of Balloons.
It was there, man.
Wasn't it like three of them shits?
It was
Jay
trilogy
was just
combined.
talking about that
Trilogy
album.
combined.
By the
They
way,
took
Church
one
was
out
that?
of it's basically like a 2.5 hour album.
Good
When you put them all together.
Lord.
But yeah,
I mean, it was fire.
it was magical, bro.
it was an
fire.
era.
Magical.
It was definitely an
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
Number 9, Beyonce with Beyonce.
Self-titled.
That was a good
2013.
album, bro.
The 12th
That's
Great
a
album.
classic.
Self-titled.
That's a
My
classic.
favorite Beyonce joint.
That's a classic album.
Number 8,
Every song on there
Frank
is
Ocean
good.
with Blonde.
Another Blonde. Oh,
Bro, I thought it would be Orange. over
Channel
Blonde,
Orange is
Yeah.
a classic.
'cause
Blonde
people,
is
people
mid, bro.
rave over Orange, bro.
Blonde is mid, bro.
Listen,
I can run an
I'm not
R&B
the one to
round
speak.
table. I listen to this shit for real.
I'm
For real.
not the one
Blonde
to
is mid,
speak on
bro.
this.
Blonde
I
is
don't know who's
mid.
going to get mad at that. I've never been a Frank Ocean fan. Not once ever in my
Got some
life.
joints though.
Walter is with me. I don't know who here.
I fuck
delves into
with
the
Frank Ocean is one of the greatest artists of the modern
He
time.
killed that Hove
Okay.
joint.
I love Pyramids as a song.
That's
But-
not my bag. You know?
At the Basquiat
Multiple
show.
classic projects.
And if so,
These guys are
Yo,
blood.
Oceans is gas. I don't understand the Magna Carta hate to this day. Like, this is joints on the album.
That album was fire. In some aspects.
All right.
Niggas say that's the worst Jay-Z
The
album.
joint
Like,
with Timberlake
how?
was kind of fire too.
I like Magna Carta then, and I like it now. I mean, but you know, I like the mid Pove era. Like I like Blueprint 3. I like
Same.
all that shit.
I think Blueprint 3 is his worst body of work. That's me.
got
I
worse than
hate
444.
that. Oh, shit. Pardon, Sal.
Yo, hold on,
444 is at the bottom.
No,
of
we
the
need.
fucking
Wait a minute,
list.
wait a minute,
Hold
wait a
on.
Pardon me.
We need a disclaimer for the people out there because 444 is widely
Overrated.
regarded as
Overrated.
one of Jay-Z's classic albums. So this
Jay-Z
is not the
It's the
podcast
grown
for that.
man album. That's
This
what
is
it's
not the
about.
444
podcast
is
for
the
that.
Jay-Z album for niggas that wasn't
If
outside.
you
when
heard
Jay-Z was
Jay-Z's
outside.
Prime
Right.
and you think that 444 is one of his greatest albums, I can't take you
I
seriously.
can't.
That album was for niggas who been like, you know what? I should start investing. That's what that
Albums for niggas that's 48 still
Yeah.
standing outside the bodega.
Yo,
444 is
the fuck
a
outta
classic for niggas
444
that got J.
happened
Cole
so that
as they
Larry
go.
June can fly. you
Oh
know?
shit.
Wolf.
Alright?
Damn.
Fuck out of here.
Hashtag
Shit,
wolf.
son.
Number 7, Drake, Take Care.
Excellent choice.
Number 6, guess who?
Drake again.
No.
Kenny.
If Drake's at 7, who's at number 6?
Kenny.
Be humble.
Kenny with
Playing-
Damn.
Played into the
Damn is top 10, but Good Kid, Mad City's not?
Wild.
I don't know,
Wild.
man. I don't know.
Wild,
The
bro.
fuck? Hold on. Sid,
This
don't wait.
Yeah.
Let me get the drop.
Yeah.
Like, where does?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Makes no sense.
Matter of fact, where Lord
Complex,
Jamar at,
explain
bro?
yourself.
Get rid of this guy.
There's no way Damn is above Good Kid.
No way.
Absolutely not. Number
Nah.
5,
Nope.
Eminem.
Is an Eminem album in the top
the
5?
Marshall
Crazy,
Mathers
bro.
LP.
This is a classic album.
It's a classic album,
It's
but
a
it's not a
classic
top
album.
10 rap
It's not
album,
above
bro.
anything Kendrick did, bro.
It's not.
It's a
But
great album.
They're gonna say it is. but it's
Nothing
not.
Kendrick did?
Nothing.
It's not better than Mr.
Not
Big
as
and
all right.
Mid-Steppers.
Fair play. I stand correct. Thank you, Mace.
saying.
I stand corrected. It's
Nah,
not better
you
than
was right the
Damn.
first- you was right the
or
first
Pepper Bunny.
You was right the first time, man. Don't feel the need to correct yourself,
It's
man.
not better than Good
Stand
Kid.
on your square. Stand on your
That's
square,
not the right
Charles.
square to
10
stand
toes
on.
down.
Marshall Mathers is a classic.
10 toes down, Charles. Stand on your square.
Talk about it.
All right.
Eminem ain't never done nothing better than Kendrick Lamar. Anyway,
You know what? Yeah, fuck that.
Just
100% right.
Just cause.
number 4, Rihanna with Anti or Anti?
Anti classic.
That's a classic.
Classic album.
Can't argue that.
Excellent album.
Number
When she started
3,
getting into that pop bag,
Man,
it was over
Fuck
with.
the streets.
That's
up.
Number
that's
3.
the Jordan 98. That's the
I
retired.
can't be mad at this. Hove with the Blueprint.
Classic.
Number 3.
Everybody knows.
It's still Matic above that. It's still Matic on this list.
Relax.
Got him out there.
Number 2, 50 Cent. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
sell-
number 2.
you
Then
sell
what's
11
what's
yeah.
number 1?
You sell 11 million albums. It's kind of hard to argue with.
Get
niggas.
Rich changed
Listen,
hip hop
niggas
for
gotta,
better or worse.
I get y'all golden era niggas. Let's knock it off. Get Rich is
Hell
the
yeah.
top 5 album ever, man. I know, Sharp, I'm with you.
For what it did
I was,
to the
that was for
culture.
Sin Sentiment. And
Sin
War
know
off
better. He
camera.
know
And
Get
War
Rich's
off
gas.
camera.
Get Rich.
Get Rich's gas is better than the Blueprint though?
Yeah.
It's not better.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not better than that.
Yeah.
As a whole package,
Artistically, it's not. Commercially, his
Commercially
joints
and
clears.
impactfully. if
They
that's a
both
word.
5 out of 5.
If that's a word. I
give
think I
them
just
that.
made up a word.
Get Rich is the last pure 50 Cent album because everything after that, he's an industry name.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
last pure 50 Street-ish
He just-
album is Get Rich.
He just kept trying to, go with the formula.
Get Rich
Right.
is the most blockbuster.
You know what
Rap
number
album.
1 is?
What's
double,
number 1?
Double cup love on the cheeks, nigga, with the Henny.
My Beautiful
Yeah,
Dark.
number 1 is Yeezy with My Beautiful
That's a
Dark
perfect
Twisted
top
Fantasy.
three.
It works for everybody, bro.
That's a perfect top 3. In
Yeah,
any order.
Kanye with the number 1 album of the 21st century, according to Complex.
No, take it.
Let's-
Stop,
let's-
Sid.
bruh.
Stop.
Let's talk about it.
Take your fucking credit because you are the
That-
one that
you-
said My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is the peak of the genre.
Yep.
It is the peak of hip hop.
So
It's
Said that
sincere.
many
rap.
years ago.
Before
I
there
did.
was a microphone, he said that.
I almost forgot.
This
I
is
said
true.
that.
I'll never forget it.
We remember, Sin.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. If I felt like it, I could write like a paper, like a dissertation. Like it's.
It checks every box, bro.
It checks so many boxes, but the first box that it checks out of the gate is RZA on the beat.
Yeah.
So it immediately tells you where Kanye is coming from. In 2010, he's telling you, nah, I'm about to give you this Wu-Tang shit, right? And then the very next song, Raekwon on the feature.
Crazy.
I'm giving you that. This is where this is what I'm grounded in right now. And then the next song after that, a crazy drum break with crazy chants. That power beat, the way that he took all these different samples, put them into one, the chant, the drum break, the 21st century schizoid man, like. That was
It was almost
immaculate.
like it was
That's when he
almost like
sought the
he
counsel
took.
of
You
Timberland, I
can't
think.
tell me nothing and then turned it on steroids with power. Like what the fuck?
That's the one he went to Timbo for the drum work for, right, Sin?
No. That was before that. That was Stronger.
Stronger.
That was Stronger.
I always fuck up the two.
Twisted Fantasy is like
Then he went on to what is that? Monster.
I think so.
Monster.
One of the greatest.
No.
Nicki verses.
All of the lights.
All of the lights.
All of the lights.
Grandiose music.
These
Stadium
are,
music.
You understand me? These are like you know what makes this album so unique is that you've named 4 or 5 songs so far that's the peak of somebody else's album,
Right.
and it's back to back.
Right.
Incroyable,
Yeah.
bro.
And here's the thing with all of the like this arc to me is like this is where I started from. You know what I mean? RZA, Raekwon, Wu-Tang. They they put the battery in my back, right? They inspired me. But then it like this
the wall.
ascent to power and then all of the lights. Immediately, all of the lights, this motherfucker got Rihanna on like backup vocals.
Crazy.
It's
You know
like
what I mean?
Rihanna and Fergie and Kid Cudi. It's like wild
but you-
stars.
Don't you
Playing
got
backup singers.
Elton John on
Elton
it?
John on there.
It's the most hip hop thing because I remember as a kid, I would listen to albums and you would just hear random artists. They might not even be credited, but they were part of the project, and you heard like, oh shit, he on this shit. You know what I mean? Like he did the most hip hop possible album at a time when hip hop was losing its way, and did it to perfection, bro.
For everybody.
Crazy.
Backup vocals for like elite A-list niggas.
For everybody.
And then the way those frantic drums was drumming, it was crazy. Then he went on to Monster and So Appalled. 2 back-to-back posse cuts with the most elite people in the game.
And
So Appalled is
Statement.
so beautiful, bro.
And the thing
Statement.
is, So Appalled, what I love about it is that the album was beating you the fuck up by this point. You are in the corner, you're bleeding, you can't really like catch your breath too crazy because the body shot's beating you up. And then he gives you a chance to catch your breath with that Swiss Beats intro. When in the air,
if you don't really care.
wait, what's going on here? Like I got a second to breathe. Then the beat drops. It's like, oh, we back here again. You know what I mean?
Shout out
He
to
gave you-
Swizzy.
He gave you about 15 seconds to catch your breath before he beat you the fuck up again.
Yeah.
We give Swizzy shit, but that needed to be Swizzy. No, I can't see nobody else making that sound the
When
way it did.
Swizzy's
but
deployed right, there's no one that can do it better
Yeah.
than him.
on the intro, it's crazy.
And then let's
And
just
Kanye
quickly
in
talk about
2010.
the features. Nicki Minaj's hands down
One of the
best
greatest
feature,
verses.
probably her best verse of all
Yeah.
time.
One of the best features ever.
Pusha T on Soul Paul, crazy. Saw had a king on Soul Paul,
Black.
crazy.
They was trying to outdo each other, bro.
You know what I
He the
mean?
king now? Not
Jay
the prince no
definitely-
more?
You know what I mean? And then
You said
you come
Sahara
away
king.
from
Is
that.
king now?
Like,
don't
and this
know.
is
Oh,
this is what I love about this album
Sinner, you
because
missing. Oh, my fault.
Wow, go
Cook. No, I don't want to step on
I'm
it.
missing what? What am I missing?
Ross on Devils in a New Dress.
oh
brother.
my
Well,
lord.
no, no,
We
I-
ain't get there yet.
That was the next song.
That's like
I
track
was letting
11
you
or some
cook.
shit,
I was
right?
letting you
That was the
cook.
next song.
That's
you
what I
cook.
knew I was listening to a classic, by the way. I
Because
was driving to LA. I told the story before.
That fucking
after here's the
Samples.
thing.
Another
After-
one of
after
the
he
best
came
features
off of-
ever.
He came off of two back to back, like immense posse cuts.
I shed a
with
tear
the
before the
biggest
night's over.
stars
God bless
in the
man
rap
I put
game.
this
Right.
the
ice over.
biggest rappers, biggest lyricists in the rap game. And then it almost felt like an intermission into a second act when it got to Devil in the Blue Dress. Because Devil in the Blue Dress, one of the greatest beats of all time.
ever.
One of the hands down greatest beats of all time. Shout out to Bink, who does not get his credit.
Salute.
Ever in anything.
He
he'll let you
doesn't. And he'll tell I mean, he's very vocal. He'll tell you that he does not get his credit, but he's in a lot of cases, a lot of instances, he's right. He does not get his credit. Because Bink on this Devil in the Blue Dress beat, chef's kiss. And then I remember we all remember the
Good Friday.
the Good Friday series. We had already heard Devil in the Blue Dress at some point. You know, it was an early version.
I missed
It
that
was
one.
just Kanye, and it was just the beat. It was just Bink's beat. So we saw it on the album, and we're like, oh, okay, we already heard this. But then halfway through the song, there's a breakdown, and then like a bridge,
The build.
and then who was it that was playing guitar? It was Mike Dean. Mike Dean, I
God
believe,
damn.
playing guitar, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, this shit's it's not over yet, right? And then you hear Ross's voice,
Peak Ross.
yeah.
and when I tell you,
Peak Ross.
this is 2010. I'm not a Ross fan at 2010.
I was already there. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not a Ross fan in
Talk
2010.
about it.
We was
I
there.
cool.
We
I
was
was
already there.
I was cool with him. I was,
We was
cool.
there.
Nah, he was talking.
He had joints, but I was not a fan. When I tell you, I heard this fucking Ross verse.
Ross is probably my favorite
Fam.
rapper in the game
True
in
story.
2010.
I was on the Southern State Parkway. I was going to Ream Crib. I put the CD in the car. Yes, a CD. I didn't read the track list. I didn't know who was dropping where. I just played the album. So when the Rose part came on, I'm like, I almost swerved the car. True story. Because I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then he black.
Black.
He black. And the thing was, I gotta see, this is the thing. The lore of the rap round table is so deep, y'all niggas will never understand.
Talk.
Masito was the one who brought me back home to Rose, because I was kind of off Rose after the 50 shit, right? We at work. peak World Star era.
Curly.
Peak World Star era. I was already kind of turned off by Rose because he like, yo, I'm a boss. I'm like, who are you guys? Like, you're not a boss of what? So, but I slowly but surely came around. Then Hov started co-signing him, cool. But I was all 50 said he was a fucking CO. COs ain't woke. You know what I mean? Masito came to work.
Shout
World
out to Black
Star.
Rob.
He's a nigga who showed me the White Sand video with Diddy. I said, this nigga is rebranding and I like it. The Rose, the hustling, whatever the fuck, that guy didn't exist anymore.
Nah.
This guy right here, sign me up. You hear the Mailbag music. You hear, I mean, he rhyming in a whole different pocket. I'm fully invested in this version. So not knowing that he was on the album, he shows up. That's why I almost swerved my car. Like, what the fuck? He got Rose. And he rhyming like this.
Like that, bro.
And then you listen to Live Fast and Die Young, and you know that happened during the same session because the sequencing is the same.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Go ahead, Sid. Yo, listen, I love that album.
This album, yeah.
Yeah,
This
man.
one
the
album
way-
that brought the rap round table together. I ain't gonna
that's
lie
a
to
fact.
you, bro.
The way Ross blacked on that song, like it's, and I've never heard Ross rhyme like that before or since. The only time I've heard him rhyme with that level of energy has always been on one of the more like aggressive trap beats. But for him to bring that, for him to bring trap Ross onto this Bink soulful production.
Yeah.
That samples Smokey Robinson,
Bro.
Like
All
Crazy.
black tux, niggas and shoes.
yo,
laughing.
God bless the man that put this ice over.
Tupac
Getting
money
Tupac
twice
money
over.
twice
over.
over.
Yeah, crazy.
Insane.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
anybody that hates Ross out there, I know y'all sick right now, but like,
Nah, but
Ross
that right
is-
there was
It was a moment,
Magnum's
bro.
feet,
It was a
okay?
moment,
Holy
man.
Christ.
The
Come on.
blame game, though.
Right,
Yeah.
because
Shout out to
then,
Chris Rock.
but here's the thing: like that second half of the album descended into like his heartbreak, but it wasn't to me. 808s wasn't my thing. It didn't feel cheesy like 808s. It felt so cohesive with the rest of the album. Runaway, it was built off of a Pete Rock drum break from Mecca and the Soul Brother, so that again lets you
Different.
know where his lineage is from. You know what I mean? Pusha T, one of the coldest verses. He told Pusha T, do it again. Nah, more asshole. Do it again. No, you got to be more
This
of a
is
jerk.
the pandering album, man.
Yo,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Write it again, bro. Like to the point. Pusha T will tell you this himself. He was like, nah, you're not enough of an asshole on this verse, bro. You got to do it again. Hell of a Life.
And this is what
The
we didn't even know
blame game.
Bro,
Oh my god.
I think I fell in love with a porn star. Like, with this shit. And the thing is,
He's talking,
that's
bro.
what I'm talking about in the first segment when I say, like, an album is cohesive, but it's all over the place. Because when you get to that Hell of a Life, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Why do I like this? Why does it sound like, it don't sound like the first half of the album at all, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And it fits. It's fucking perfect, bro. Yo,
Got
Ye,
married
come
in
home,
the-
Ye.
Got married in the bathroom.
back, bro.
Got divorced on the dance floor.
Son.
Bro, I've fucking been there, man. I've been there. Yo, I was in love in the bathroom. Now I'm on the dance floor. I'm like, the lights is on. I'm like, I don't
I don't give a fuck about this
shit.
no
The
more.
nigga
Yo,
Ron was
right.
arguing with his chick on Blame Game. We
Oh, my
all
God.
been there. We all been there. The family member that know the whole business. We all been there,
been
bro.
there, bro.
This fucking album,
What
man.
a time.
This album.
What a time.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And guess what? It's making 15 years tomorrow. November 22nd.
Yeah, he gotta figure his shit out because we gotta celebrate this the right way.
That's
bro.
crazy.
That album right there.
Meaning tomorrow as of the day of this taping. We're taping on the 21st, November 22nd, 2010 is when this album is.
That's magical, man.
What an album, bro.
What an album, man. What a fucking album, bro.
That's number one, and then it should be.
What'd you say?
Yeah,
You brought the wrong vinyl.
like
You got it on vinyl?
It should be
Oh,
1,
shit.
2, 3 blank, and then 4 on the list. Like there shouldn't even be a 2 because to say that 2 is that close to 1 is not telling
Crazy.
the truth, bro. Get Rich is not that close to this album.
It's
dude.
not. The musicality is just.
I'm
different.
sorry.
Oh, y'all, you done pissed some motherfuckers off.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
It's a
I'm
different kind of
sorry.
musicality, bro.
but is he lying?
Yeah, it's
This is the
Flawless.
safest take I can give. You know,
Objectively,
Shout
like,
out to Complex for making a list out that for the most part isn't too problematic. The Kendrick picks and having certain albums above it, I got an issue with. Certain albums not being top 10, I got an issue with. But they got the right albums for a change.
Got the right albums.
Yeah, they definitely did.
That's how I felt. They got the right albums.
Yeah.
I don't see no, I got a list up to 25 cent. I don't see no fuck ups, to be honest with you.
I mean, there was
Other than a whole lot of red.
You doing
like,
the next 10?
But I'm too
there
old.
was a big lack of Nas. I'm gonna say Godson was at 45.
Stillmatic didn't make the list.
Stillmatic did not make the list.
Let's talk about that for a second. Is Godson better than Stillmatic?
No. Stillmatic is better than Godson.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's a hard conversation.
In real time,
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I think I like Godson more than Stillmatic.
Okay.
In that time,
Chat.
The
in that
highs
time
on
ever.
Stillmatic are just so crazy though.
Chat.
the highs on
the highs on
Stillmatic is
Stillmatic.
crazy.
I'm gonna
But
put the
as a
poll up.
cohesive body, I think Godson was
Godson.
more
I think-
cohesive. Honestly,
I think, and it's a weird thing I noticed amongst all of us. This might be a Nas thing, that the first Nas album that you listen to is your favorite Nas album. Y'all's is It Was Written. That's the first Nas album y'all listen to in completion, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stillmatic is the
interesting.
first Nas album I listened to in completion. It's my favorite Nas album. And obviously Sin was there from Illmatic days.
Yes.
So, you know.
interesting.
So I don't know. It's hard to pick the Nas
That's very
album. Wherever you got introduced for Nas.
Chat. We're gonna put the poll up. Y'all gonna vote. Stillmatic or Godson? Let us know.
I just have one pet peeve. I don't know if y'all want to cook further, but I do have one pet peeve.
What's that?
And it's for them, and it's for everybody who makes these fuck ass 21st centuries lists. 2000 is not the 21st century, brother. It's 21st century started in 2001. Okay? So when y'all put Shaq 2000 in y'all NBA list, when y'all put Supreme Clientele in y'all hip hop list, 2000 is the fucking 20th century, bro.
So much for that Erykah
I've been pissed
nerd
off
take
for
I've
2
ever
years.
heard from
Because
from
Erykah
Mace.
Badu's on there with
I've
Mama's
been
Gun.
pissed
That's
about
a 20
this shit.
That's a 2000
Are
album.
we sure about that?
Yeah, we are.
Because I felt like it when I was a little kid and the year 2000 rolled around, they was telling me on the news it was the 21st century.
That was
Y2K.
propaganda.
It was
The 21st
Oh,
century is
It's
2001.
the year 1 to the year 2000.
It's the 20th century.
Because there's no year 0.
So there's a couple albums that would have to come off of that.
21st century is 2001,
Yeah.
bro.
There's a couple
I
of
was
2000
there.
albums there.
I remember.
Masito with the nerd take of the year.
Yo,
I'm not mad
I'm
at it.
telling you, you've been mad at me. I've been every time.
Let's see.
2000 Shaq is not the 21st century, bro.
Other notable albums, as you mentioned, Supreme Clientele 18. I'm very happy with that.
That's dope.
Drake, Nothing Was the Same at 20.
The 2 Drake albums that's supposed to be on the list made the list. Take Care and Nothing Was
Watch
the
the
Same.
Throne at 21.
21. It's a little too high.
XXX Tentacion made the.
They
I'm
love
not
him, bro.
familiar.
They love him.
Travis Scott at 23 with Astro World.
Yup.
The world's a top
Yup.
20 year to me.
Yeah, Young Jeezy, Let's Get It. Third Motivation
They all
101.
belong there.
Yeah.
They all belong there.
Cardi, though?
Carter 3 did not make the cut.
So it's wait.
Carter 2
Is
was at
Complex
26.
saying that one of our hottest takes that I gave on this platform was actually right?
Was that a triple platinum?
That's a triple platinum. That's
People was
3.5.
That's a
upset.
triple
And I
platinum
said
take?
Carter 2 is what I think Carter 3 is, and niggas is mad at looking Complex.
look at
Listen,
that.
man.
Ah!
Listen.
Nigga,
Vindicated, nigga.
how he feel now?
Graduation 27, Black Album 28, Forest Hills Drive 29.
That's high.
Hell Hath No Fury 32.
All of these
To Pimp
albums
a
belong.
Butterfly 33. That's mad
I'm
low.
glad Clips is on there.
Tyler, Call Me If You Get Lost 37.
Classic.
ASAP Live
Argue with your mother.
Love ASAP.
I don't think
35.
ASAP has a top 50er. I'm sorry, Mace. I don't think that's a top 50.
Yeah, no, I don't
Is
think
that
so
the
either.
first or second album they have there?
For ASAP?
Yeah.
That's the only ASAP album.
Which one is it though? His first or second album?
Live,
His first
live,
album.
Live Love ASAP.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's when he
What
was still
else?
in his
Kid
artsy
Cudi's
bag.
in there.
Peso and all that.
Wow. Oh, T.I. Trap Music 42.
Too low. Trap music
Mad
is a
Villainy
top
43.
30er to me.
Godson 45.
They love that mad villainy, bro.
There y'all go. Diplomatic Immunity
Yeah.
46.
46. Love Love that
Chip,
shit.
don't go. Chip.
Shouts
Young
to
Thug,
Una
so much
Casa.
fun. 48. That's as far as rap goes. Oh no, let me not
Dipset
be a
Anthem
hater.
Part 2 does go crazy though.
Let me not be a complete hater.
Oh,
Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy, made the list.
Get this list
at
the fuck
44.
Out of line. Out
Immediately.
Of fucking
Immediately.
line.
Why do they always fucking shoehorn Cardi B into these lists, bro? Every time.
because
Like
they
nobody
hate Nicki
believes
Minaj.
it. Nobody believes
They
it.
gotta add
There's
a
no
woman.
Nicki albums on this list at all?
There's no Nicki album.
No.
That's
They got my man D'Angelo in there though. Shout out to D'Angelo.
Another
That's
2000
crazy.
album
2000 though, you
that
see?
should be stripped off the list.
D'Angelo Voodoo is at 30.
2000.
R.I.P. to D'Angelo.
Salute.
21st
Yeah,
century
man.
and a half.
Interesting
underrated.
list.
Jewel's performance was Dipset Anthem Part 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Underrated. He was
Underrated.
wilding on that beat.
I'm sorry. Just because I didn't recognize the cover, I missed this one.
Went crazy.
Juice World,
Gotta
Goodbye
make
and Good Riddance was at 38.
Bruh,
I'm not gonna.
People love Juice WRLD.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. I can't say that's not on the list. That would be. That's like me listening to a 15-year-old about whether Blueprint should be on the list.
And Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon was 39. I missed
People
that.
went crazy for that album too.
I always thought his second album was a little bit doper than that.
Nah,
to
bro,
be
like-
honest, bro. But
Bad Bunny got a joint on there?
Bad Bunny's 24.
Oh,
but,
shit.
You know,
Cudi got
He's not a
joints,
rapper.
songs that I like, but I never enjoyed his bodies of work. Like it felt like I was hitting the skip button a lot. Me personally, don't take my
The
opinion
big songs
too
was
seriously.
like Pursuit of Happiness, like the Steve Aoki remix type shit. Like, that's some joints, B.
so Dre,
I like the overly melodic rappers, so I could, there's Dirk albums
You see the
that I
vision.
love. There's Cudi albums that I
There's
love.
there's no Dirk album or no Herbo
Nah.
album on this list.
No.
Interesting.
Is my
Is
turn,
there
Lil
though?
Baby on the list?
Hell no.
No way, bro.
Ain't
That's
no
that's
way.
like the album that.
So
they-
Eminem
that
got
they-
2 albums?
No, Eminem got one album.
No.
You got Eminem show.
Oh,
too?
Eminem show.
Yeah.
Which
Did I
one
miss
was
that
that?
one?
Pack that shit the
Nah,
fuck
bro.
up.
I
shit,
like
Eminem show's
but
on there, too.
Two top 50 albums?
Trash.
Shady?
Damn, I missed that. So
not
Eminem
crazy.
You
eminem
gotta
got
listen to
2.
Eminem show
I love
again,
Eminem
bro.
show.
Drake got
Top 50
2.
though?
Hove got
Ooh.
2.
American
missing?
Gangsta ain't make that list.
No.
Nah, that's
Crazy.
I would have put Reasonable Doubt before I put Eminem show.
That's
Oh, that's
1996.
90. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's why I said American Gangsta.
We're in the 2001.
Drake got 2. Who did I say? Drake got 2. Shit, I forgot who the other person was.
Kanye,
Kanye,
Kanye
Kanye
3.
3,
Drake got-
M
don't-
2, Drake 2.
Don't Kendrick got 2?
Kendrick.
Kendrick got 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that
Damn,
makes sense. Kendrick and
Good
Kanye
Kid.
got 3.
and
Jay got
Pimp a Butterfly.
2.
All right.
Jay
Let's
got-
move on though.
Jay got 3. No, Jay got 2.
Jay got 2. Yeah.
Black and
Black
And
album
they missed
and
half of
Blueprint.
his
Well, you got the
half
black
of
album
his
there.
career,
I
though.
Yeah,
can live
yeah.
with that.
They missed half of his prime, so that makes
Stankonia
sense.
is
Well,
really high.
To me, American Gangsta should be
really low. I mean,
Me personally.
Stank only got, I mean,
At 11
Outkast
is kinda
got one.
American
low.
Gangsta could probably teeter
They
for
didn't
me.
put Speaker Box Love Below up there, which I'm
Good.
surprised.
But we gotta.
Yeah,
we,
keep-
all right, go.
we gotta move on. You know, we
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
war kicking us out. Okay.
copy.
We gotta go.
So Nas and Primo finally announced today,
Yes,
December 12th.
it's coming.
The long-awaited decade, 30 plus. Is it 30?
Yeah,
Almost 30 years.
yeah.
Over 30 years.
Over
They've been
30
waiting on
years.
this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the most anticipated.
Since the first song on Illmatic, New York State of Mind,
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Primo and Nas
Nas.
set the standard,
Talk about it.
set the blueprint right off the bat.
one of the most anticipated art pieces
Yes,
in rap and hip hop history
let's go.
is on the way.
Yeah.
And with that said, I felt it was time to have a conversation that we've never had on a rap round table. Maybe we've skirted around it, but we've never had it. Leave it.
I don't like where this is going.
Leave it to Paper Planes, Job, Rock Nation,
Nation,
Job.
Let me get my second drink.
Throw the diamond up, Job.
Rockaway Jaw.
To make it
I don't trust Job right now.
Rockaway, Job.
Rockaway Jaws,
S.
man.
Carter sneaker,
Yeah.
Job.
Iceberg.
no.
Iceberg Jaws,
Iceberg,
man.
Jaws. Now fuck Iceberg. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Jigga, but
S.
I don't want that name attached to me. Fuck that
My
guy.
fault. My fault.
The ultimate
that's funny.
cosplayer.
Oh,
you know what
shit.
I mean? The ultimate imaginary player.
Oh,
he was
no.
cosplaying as Curtis King before we knew who Curtis King
God.
They
was.
got they got icebergs in New Delhi.
Oh,
This seems
shit.
like a hot,
It's kind of hot
hot
for iceberg.
comment.
Yeah.
Right. Icebergs.
Now we gotta leave.
man.
Remember the comments, so we gotta leave New Delhi alone. You're right.
Shout out to New
But
Delhi, my
anyway, we
bad.
throwing a diamond up one time when I asked this question: who has the better primo and primo produced collection? Is it Nas or Jay-Z? So I'm gonna read off the songs.
Oh, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I'm gonna read the songs off. Is what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
And
I love
I'm
this.
gonna let the chat. We're gonna put up another poll.
Yeah.
But we know there's a lot of Nas fans here, so they're gonna vote Nas anyway. But we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna read the songs off. The rap round table. Walt, feel free to chime in from downtown. You have songs the likes of New York State of Mind, Memory Lane, Represent, I Gave
Classic.
You Power,
Classic.
New York State of Mind
Classic.
Part 2,
Classic.
Nas is like, Come and Get Me,
Yes.
Second Childhood.
Yes.
But going up against that, you have The Evils, Friend of
Classic.
Foe,
Super.
Bring It On,
Classic.
1,000,001, the intro, one of the strongest
Classic.
intros ever. Friend of Foe 98, intro, Handed Down, and of course, So Ghetto. We got a lot to talk about here.
Do
Okay.
You know what I mean? We don't. You know
Okay.
what? Because time is of the essence, and we not that show where we can
Yo.
spend 80 hours talking about this shit.
Right.
I'm gonna bring it to the rap round table and walk to figure out who
what?
has the Nas collection that we want to talk about.
You mean the Primo collection?
Deanie the Balance, I go to you first. Who are you choosing in this collection of songs produced by Primo? Is it Escobar Season, or is it the Jigger Man?
I'm gonna have to keep it a beam, man. I'm gonna have to go with Esco on this one.
Esco.
I'm gonna have to. These songs are just a little too timeless for me,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, this is the
Like,
the Denzel meme.
yo,
Oh, shit.
you was nervous?
I was nervous. I
Nah,
don't ever know where you're gonna land, Dean.
No, I
Like,
mean, don't
I'm-
get me wrong. The joints off Reasonable
Unbalanced
Doubt.
balance.
The joints off Reasonable Doubt are like really hard
Hard.
to contend to. But when I mean, bro, you heard the man, New York State of Mind. That's like the one. You get what I'm
the
saying?
one.
Represent. I
That's
personally
Neo.
love Represent. I know you're a big fan of Memory Lane. You know what I'm saying? I Gave You Power is probably my all-time favorite Nas song. So like, that was one for me. New York State of Mind Part 2 and Nas is like might be my second most favorite Nas song. So it's really Come and Get Me. Great song on a really kind of album, you know. But Second Childhood was crazy. I'm not even gonna include Define My Name. I'm gonna leave that alone. You know, but I think Nas got this.
It's a decent song.
It's not cool, but I think Nas got this in turn, and Jay got a hell of a catalog with the man. So
Mesito.
If this was a 5-song versus, it would be a challenge. The top songs in Hov's discography with Primo can challenge it, but once you get to like songs 7, 8, and 9, like this is domination. like first off, Jay-Z should be disqualified for giving Handed Down to Memphis Bleak. First off, that pisses me off enough,
featuring Meth Blake.
and I'm serious. But
Like cancer.
you feel me?
The Big C.
So and when you look at it, you know, Nas's career tracks are defined by Primo. Jay-Z has career tracks. He got Timbo, he got Kanye. I don't think Premier automatically when I think Jay, but I think Premier automatically when I think Nas. But you know, the upper half of the echelon, it would be like, damn, they going back and forth. But by the time we got the round 7, 8, Stone Cold Stunner time.
Yeah.
Talk.
Yeah. It's a rap snob. As when we let you
Come on,
made
man.
you wait a little bit.
I'm
Go
mad
ahead.
you even
Yeah,
had to
you
bring
know, we
this
had
up.
to clear out. We gotta
Like,
clear out.
What are we doing here, bro? New York State of Mind, like, one of the most impressive displays of production and rhyming that I've ever heard in my life. And Nas did that whole joint in one take. He came in, said, I don't even know how to start this shit. And then he just like went in his mind and pulled out, you know, that entire masterclass of rhyming in one take. That alone is like that's like half the battle right there with New York State of Mind. But then you still got Memory Lane and Represent also off Illmatic. I Gave You Power. One of the, I mean, to persona, like it takes a lot for you as a human being to like put yourself into the like as the personification of an inanimate object. But to do it for a weapon, you know, to have the conversation of, you know, the epidemic of weapons and guns and gun violence in the hood by personifying yourself as a gun in a song, in rhyme, over a Primo production, just incredible. Just, I mean, there's not enough superlatives to really like even encapsulate how incredible that song is. New York State of Mind Part 2. A lot of people will say that they prefer this one over New York State of Mind Part 1, which is incredible to me. New York State of Mind Part 1 is a masterclass. New York State of Mind Part 2, fire. Almost right there, almost equally as good. Nas is like such a classic. Like, Come and Get Me, Second Childhood. Like, but by this point, you like Come and Get Me and Second Childhood is just like two cherries on a sundae, because everything before that is like crazy. Now, not to take anything away from Jay-Z, the Evils is
Check your phone.
okay. The Evils, one of my favorite Hov songs of all time.
Facts.
Friend of Foe,
Yeah.
fire.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Bring It On, fire. None, you know, no qualms with that. The intro, A Million and One Questions plus Rhyme No More. Two songs
Primo
in one.
mix, yeah.
Super classic intro. That's one of the strongest, I think, entries in their catalog together. Friend of 498 to me was always like, I know some people that actually prefer 98 over the original, but to me, 98 was all right. Handed Down, he gave it away to Bleak. Like, why would you do that?
Knock it off,
And So Ghetto's classic. You know what I mean?
Ghetto's
Super classic.
So, upon coming into this conversation, I was ready to make it a landslide. It might be a little closer than what I thought it was gonna be, but it's still pretty heavily Nas. Let's be honest about this. Nas and DJ Premier, that level of lyricism and that style of production were meant to go together like peanut butter and jelly. Just a classic combination. You know what I mean? It's Nas and Primo all the way.
So 3 for Nas, none for the Jigga Man.
Yes.
My niggas here, man.
Yes.
I had to get a beverage because I just said pissing me the fuck off. You know. Thank you, Walt. You know.
Walt cooking this episode,
Oh,
by the way.
shit.
Like the
Active-
background joint, Walt is
active Walt.
cooking, man.
I don't know if y'all need to pour up, but we got the
Actually,
bevies here. You
yeah.
might have to like slide over. You know what I mean?
Just want some
But
more.
while Dini gets his libation situated,
Cook.
Yeah, just don't put it in the camera.
the Evils, Friend or Foe. Are you kidding me?
Do me a
Evils
favor,
is
y'all.
crazy.
Pass
Real
this
street
pass
nigga
this
shit.
around the Dean.
Bring It On solid. A
Open
million
up,
and
Dean.
one.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
seeing room shakers.
you
Handed
got?
Down was tough. We shouldn't have gave it to Bleak.
Right.
So Ghetto, all timer.
So
Like
Ghetto's
so
crazy.
to me, So Ghetto could be on Jay-Z's Versus playlist, in my opinion. Cause to me, like when that boom 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 boom, like but you gotta be there to know. Not
That's
some
a tunnel classic.
21-year-old fucking nigga who don't know no better. But like
It is a tunnel classic.
tunnel
A
classic.
Speed classic.
Boom, boom,
Club classic.
boom.
Thank you,
That's how we knew in real time. We knew Volume 3 was on the way because So Ghetto dropped first, nigga. You know what I mean? So when I hear these bangers, like Hov got the Primo bangers.
You saying Nas on that? Baby? Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm hearing.
When the
Little
beat drops, the ladies start shaking them yams. They start feeling good about
To
themselves.
what? To So Ghetto?
I mean, back then, yeah,
Yes.
definitely. No
Yes.
I
question.
don't know, bro.
Definitely
Yes,
no
Shorty
question.
A million
used to shake
and
it
one.
to the
I don't
woo
know.
back then,
Yes.
so I
So
think
Ghetto
so.
Yes. I
So
think
Ghetto
so.
was for us
But the
to
ladies
get
fuck
The
with it,
shit
though.
get
in the
to-
night. This is not 2025. In the 90s, when women had a little more edge about them,
Yeah.
they could
Okay.
get jiggy with So Ghetto, A Million, and all of that. Don't make it seem like I'm tripping.
No, you're not sure. But mostly So Ghetto was for us to put the battery in
Of
our
course,
back
of course.
to get out there.
For sure.
And then they would switch over
All right.
to like,
You know.
Iceberg,
Excuse me,
Slim
Miss or
Baby,
something.
Ride Rims.
Then you, of course, you got The Evils, one of
Oh,
the most
God.
quoted Jay-Z songs. For people who, when you do the little documentary pieces and they ask about the Jigga Man, they talking about The Evils. They talking about Friend
That's
of
a top
Foe.
5 whole
Top
cut.
5.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Top
it's the-
fiver.
Yeah, it's the top 5.
You know what I mean? You gotta throw the
The
domino,
Evils.
Rock Nation job, nigga. Paper
Alright.
play me. But all of that being said, in good faith, I can't put that above New York State of Mind.
Thank
shit.
you.
I
National.
can't put it above Memory Lane.
Oh shit.
Represent, I Gave You Power. Nas is like it's part of the soundtrack of my life. I can't. You know what I mean?
Especially with Primo.
In real, I was there when this album was rolling out. Nas was that song
Different.
inescapable.
So
Come
many
and Get Me,
quotables, bro.
Second Childhood. Like the difference is here is that. Am I playing it? My bad. You know what I mean? I'll clean that up in the post.
Okay.
You know, but it's like the importance of these Nas songs as far as artistic dexterity goes. But yeah, maybe the Primo and Jay joints were bangers. But if you're talking about Nas's career as the ultimate rap artist, when you talk to a Nas fan, these are the songs that they name.
This is why they clamoring for the album.
I Gave You Power, as far as an artistic piece goes, clears every song on the Jay-Z side of this list.
It's a magical.
Nas is felt like nostalgia before we fully grasped what nostalgia was in real time.
That
It
hook
felt
alone.
like something else. You know what I
You
mean?
like me now.
Represent. Do I need to? You know what I'm saying? Come on. New York State of Mind is one of my all-time favorites. Nas, again, I'm the Jay-Z fan who will argue with a Nas fan, who will upset a Nas
To the
fan,
death.
who will quietly be in this shit hard right here. You know what I mean? I'll be playing that shit because it's like before I was forced to choose a side. I love Nas music. I love Jay-Z's music. I was forced to choose a side. I chose Hov, and I'm comfortable with my decision. But we're not gonna act like Nas didn't have joints that mattered. And when you add in that Primo, that's why this album is so important.
Yes.
Because we heard what it could sound like. Granted, it was 30 plus years ago. We understand that. But we heard what it could sound like, and people have been clamoring for it because, like, if y'all can do this, if this at your Primo's peak, this is Nas's peak, and when y'all get together, it sounds like this. What does 12, 15 songs could potentially sound like? And that's why we've been chasing this fix for so long. That's why Dini's terrified. Because he heard it in real time and he knew what it could sound like, what it could be if they ever did it. Now, is it a little too late? We'll see. But in good faith, Jigga fan, Rock Nation, jaw, throw the down up, etc., etc. I'm still a rap fan first. And going back to what we talk about dynamic, genre shifting, groundbreaking music. If we're looking at this list, Nas got it. If you want to go to Speed and the tunnel and wherever the spot is at, yeah, Jigga got you.
Yeah.
But this artsy shit here, it clears.
Yeah, man.
I gotta call it what it is. I'm always fair here. Say what you want. I ain't never been biased. I'm fair. Clean sweep by the Rap Roundtable and Walton cut as well. So it's 5-0.
Yeah.
5-0.
You know what I mean? Nas wins this round
Nas
of
and Primo.
of the endless Nas versus Jay-Z series here at the Rap Roundtable.
This is why we're looking to this album to be the beacon that it needs to be.
I don't think it's fair to do that. I think we
Please-
just need
please
to
deliver.
appreciate it. We don't got to be a beacon. It just needs to be
All
good.
right, all right.
You know,
It just
it
goes.
don't even
That's
have
all
to
I
be.
want.
It don't have to be fucking Hit Boy,
You're right.
Magic,
You're right.
or KD3. It
You're
just
right.
needs
Want
to
it
be good.
You're right.
Talk, Jaw.
Real quick, on a quick aside, KD3 and Magic is also in that list of albums where it's like, I need that fix. And it's like, that album delivered
I
Yeah.
agree.
that fix. I want to make sure I get that off on this podcast before they feel like we're overlooking Nas, because being that Nas is not in that 6 album in 3 years run, people might feel like it's okay to overlook him. But don't get it twisted for a second. We always paid attention to what Esco was doing. We might not report it on the pod too much because we got other things to cover, but we're just waiting on the album at this point. I think, let's be clear. When that album drops, it's probably gonna be 2, 3, 4 episodes about this album. We're just waiting for it to drop.
And speaking of Magic, y'all, was Wave Guys mentioned on the Primo Nas list?
No.
That's another classic.
Oh,
Tough.
Another one.
you're right.
Tough.
You're right. But
Salute.
yeah, you're right.
Another
see.
Sunday on another cherry on the
That's
Sunday.
another one, man.
Shout out to Sin.
Strong segment. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Esco fans who probably were ready. They had the Hawks out ready to pull. Fuck this nigga.
Niggas had the ski
They
mask
was
on.
ready to
nigga.
get you, bro.
Beef steam.
Well, we gotta
Put it-
move
hold
on.
it
That's
down
so
like
fast.
I haven't done this segment in a couple of in studios because no one has upset me enough for me to dust it off. But someone needs to leave me alone.
Uh-oh.
And in fact, it's not just someone, it's a group of people, whoever decided this shit. So let me get my info in front of me before I even get into it. Let me, it's gonna be quick. Leave us alone. It's not a long segment, but it needs to be said right now. I want to make sure I got the data in front of me. See, I'm scrolling too much. I done went too far. I gotta go back. Bad podcasting, but y'all with me. It's okay.
It's all
We
right,
on
yeah.
deck.
I'm looking for it and I can't find it. Shit.
Uh-oh.
This is pissing me off. It's in the group chat. Sincere dropped it in the group chat.
I did. What was it?
I can't give it away. I don't want to spoil it. I gotta scroll some more. It's all right.
We getting there.
Apple Music
Oh,
needs to leave me alone. In fact, it needs to leave all of us alone because they decided that in the Lord's year of 2025, that Tyler the Creator is the Apple Music Artist of the Year because he zigged when you expected the zag. That was their rationale. By proxy of this choice, I gotta tell Ebro to leave me alone because he tried to sell niggas on this shit on the Apple Music podcast, the Rap Life show, right? No disrespect to Tyler the Creator. Notice I said Apple Music. We like Tyler here. We like the bag Tyler is in. We didn't like the Vogue album that he dropped. I'm sorry. It was solid.
We didn't. We
Couple
didn't.
couple
None of
projects
us
before
liked
that,
it.
2 or 3 projects before that have been like
He was on an
fuego.
ascent to truly, sorry Cole fans, to truly supplanting J. Cole in this Big Three conversation.
Yes.
Because I've said for the entirety of this podcast, even before there was microphones, I said if there's a guy who needs to be in this rap conversation who has every skill set you need to be an all-timer, it's Tyler the Creator. If you don't
saying
believe
that.
me, ask these guys. I was saying
If
this
he
shit on
takes it
Facebook.
serious, I think that's the word.
Yeah.
If he takes it serious.
Facebook post tagging these niggas. I think Tyler got it. So I was just waiting on him to realize that he had it. And he started to do it. And he dropped this album. It's like, what's this, gang? You know what I mean? Then you got the tweets that came out and it looks a little crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me, so because he did something you didn't expect, he's the artist of the year? Huh? Leave us alone. Fucking Malice is out here having a career resurgence.
Rapping
You don't
his
get
ass
that?
off.
JID dropped one of the strongest albums of the year. He don't get that? Shit. Kendrick Lamar, even if the album ain't dropped this year, it dropped late fourth quarter last year. It carried, the singles are still getting regular rotations. He don't get that? Glorilla don't get that? Doechii don't get that? This nigga got it because he chose to be different. He dared to be different.
Dared.
Leave us alone, bro. Stop doing that shit. Stop glorifying bullshit. This album was a 3 out of 5 at best.
At
Nobody
best.
wanted
Yeah.
this, bro.
At best.
Nobody
look,
wanted it.
And it ain't it.
I don't look. I want to interject in here real quick.
By all
because,
means.
yeah, we want to encourage artistry. We want to encourage artists to zig when they should zag. You know, we want to encourage
all of them.
artists. Huh?
Not all of them.
That,
A couple of them need to keep zigging.
Yeah. Zag out. Like,
no, you're right. You're right. But the ones that are capable, the ones that we feel are capable. You know what I mean? Maybe zag. You know what I mean? Just maybe for a couple songs.
And the thing is, if he was gonna zag, do the dynamic shit I talked about in the first segment. Make a groundbreaking. If you're gonna make some Vogue shit, make the most dynamic Vogue album ever.
I wasn't even finished. But you
I'm
cook,
sorry.
man.
I'm
Cook,
sorry.
cook,
You said
man.
the thing that pissed me off again. Because he zagged and he didn't even make no gas.
I want artists to be brave and to explore different soundscapes. You know what I mean? Different energies. You know, but when that's all said and done, we have to be honest about the execution of it and the final product that we get out of it. We can't just be giving points out for the mere attempt at something different.
Right.
You have to execute on that difference, right? And this Tyler album that came out this year, that shit did not execute, bro.
At
I'm
all,
sorry.
man.
We can
At
appreciate the temp and still
not-
think the shit is mid.
Yeah.
He don't even got a radio single. He don't got an Instagram joint or a TikTok
mean-
joint that's viral. Like, there's nothing about this album that has stuck around.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
So what the fuck is how he the artist of the
And
year?
then Chromacopia came out last year.
Fire.
So
Tough.
what are we talking about? That was last year.
He zagged like J.R. Smith in the NBA Finals, bro. Like, that's not every zag ain't a good zag, my nigga. Like, fuck out of here,
Meanwhile,
bro. He had
meanwhile,
jaw like this, like LeBron. Like, what he doing, bro? Fuck is wrong with the boy?
meanwhile, go ahead.
Like, who is this guy? Where'd he come from?
I gotta ask
And
Lil
why do we
Jamar,
fucking
bro.
Keep acting like he's somebody that we need to fuck with. Get rid of this guy.
Meanwhile, we had the clips this year. The
Yes.
clips was right there.
Brothers Thornton,
right
man.
there.
Right there.
LeBron meme.
Right.
Right
there.
there. It didn't have to be one person. You know what I mean? It could have been a duo.
Doechii right there.
Right there.
Doechii's right there. If you wanted to make it one, Malice is right there.
Shit, give it to Cardi then. Fuck
Give it to the clips
all that,
collectively.
right? All
Like,
that.
That's what I'm
there
saying.
goes
The
a
clips,
zagged Ebro.
like, look,
Freddie.
Honestly, if they gave it to Youngboy, I'd have respected it
Young
more.
boy. Filling out
Could
stadiums.
have gave it to Sabrina.
NBA
Carpenter
stadium,
over
not
this
NFL
nigga,
stadium.
bro.
I'll
outta
tell you this. Ebro, if Ebro's involved in it, he put the meme up.
Come on.
War on
Well,
Tom.
That's jaw when that shit dropped,
Secret
bro.
MVP.
And I was geek for that album, bro.
But, like if it's up to Ebro, if he has any say in this matter, you're not giving nothing up to Youngboy. Not a goddamn
Nothing,
thing.
nothing.
He's putting them right there with what's
Kodak.
his name?
Yep.
No,
Or
Kodak.
Uzi.
Uzi.
Yeah.
Uzi.
Wow.
Ebro's too fickle for his own good.
Yeah,
bro.
he is.
He's picked up some of like the worst traits of like New York, but he don't even deploy it right, and they just end up looking. Then he end up looking crazy because it's like you got Wale making you look crazy and shit. He's a rock star, and he didn't fill out any stadiums. You don't have to fill out a stadium to have rock star aesthetic.
Status, man.
You know what I mean? Like the nigga, I just want to rock with shaking high schools from fucking pillar to post, nigga. Again, I was a high school employee, nigga. I couldn't escape that song.
Jay-Z and fucking Obama had it on their playlist, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Women at one point was doing that stupid ass slapping their hips dance for how long? How
Anybody
long?
got kids,
Yeah.
bro?
Yeah.
Like, bruh, this shit was like,
And that was
this
some Jersey
went
shit,
crazy,
apparently. Like
bro.
South Jersey
dubstep
swag.
type of shit. Yeah.
Nationwide. He from Philly, but South Jersey and Philly is
Right
kind
there.
of regional
East Coast
cousins.
shit.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right there.
But yeah, bro, like Apple Music, you gotta leave us alone. I'm not putting that on Tyler. He tried to do some artistic shit, so I'm not gonna kill him for that. I already killed the album enough, you know, so I'm not gonna do that to him.
Deserved.
But Apple Music choosing that and the premise that you're choosing it under, leave us the fuck alone.
Please.
Don't waste a strong year in hip hop by giving it to this guy when mad alpha niggas could have got that shit. You could have gave it to West Side Gun. Then they got a strong ass shit. Fuck you talking about?
Salute.
See, I'm going downhill again. Leave us alone. Masito, you got a segment?
Yeah, we got a little music industry to
Yeah.
talk get into.
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
gonna lie to you, man. You know we got to keep y'all abreast of what's going on.
what?
Abreast. You know what I mean?
Like that.
You know what I mean? What some of these
Word to
niggas need to rub on. You heard? Shouts to
That's why they be so mad. They don't rub on no titties. You
Get
know what I
abreast,
mean?
guys. Get abreast.
Two-piece.
But we got to speak about the
Shouts to Sydney Street.
shady industry
You gotta-
tactics.
Keep it Sydney.
No denim.
No
denim.
No jeans.
No denim. Please no denim.
No jeans.
Remove the
Please.
denim. Yo. We gotta speak about music industry shit that's going on. You know they keeping it shady as usual. I get it. You know what I mean? We in the middle of the great Stan War of 2025
Shit.
on the timeline. You know what I mean?
You know how they gonna talk about this shit in 15, 20 years in Stan War? You had to be there.
You know what I mean? So while that all happens, they letting you get distracted while y'all make AI videos of your favorite ops. What's really going on is that UMG, Sony, and Warner have officially struck a licensing deal all with the same AI music company.
Oh,
This is
shit.
called
Wow.
Clay. You know what I mean? We've spoken about this in a little while. Universal actually been in cahoots with these guys for over a year now. You know what I mean? So it's interesting that all of these, new press releases are coming out. It's official that, you know what I mean, the big three, to someone have all co-signed this AI music platform Clay. Now, they're based out in Los Angeles. Their collective ownership group are like big wigs in digital from like Google is a big wig that used to be with Spotify. It's like a lot of old music industry guys, digital guys, got together to create this AI company. Salute the wall. So they released. I'll give you a slight part of their press release. The company is stating that developing an AI music platform that reimagines listening with immersive interactive tools powered by Clay, which is the company's large music model. Now, we all know these guys have been buying up catalogs. They already own everything, you know what I mean, from these artists from the back in the day. But now they're even buying up more of the catalogs, of the licenses, all type of shit. So what you see here with Clay is that they're gonna, through Spotify, probably release a music tool like a almost something similar to how Spotify and Apple Music works that would allow the user to create their own songs using licensed songs from the past. Crazy shit. We are here, folks. We've gotten here.
And if you sold your catalog, you can't do shit about it. They already got it.
Let them know, Dean. They already sold it. You know what I mean?
Always.
We about to get, Controller and Stewie from Family Guy's voice. We about to get Good Kid, Mad City, starring Hey Arnold. You know what I mean? It's about to be a shit show out here, bro. It's about to get real nasty. But we're here. The big three of the music industry have all struck a licensing deal with these guys. The company is called Clay. There's a couple more. We've spoken about this for a while, but this is the official move. Now, I think this is the end game, guys. One thing that's interesting to me, and I mentioned the Stan War in particular because it's becoming more and more apparent to me that Kendrick Lamar and Drake are the last universal rap superstars, music superstars, if you think about it.
Also talked about like 2 months ago.
Right, we talked about that. and
2 years ago.
Right.
That part.
And so they are the last ones that were, in the vein of the Kanyes and the Jays and the Eminems and the 50 Cents and the DMXs. People that were popular for everyone, that hit every market, that you heard on the radio and you heard in movie soundtracks and you heard outside and you heard in the club and you heard with your shorty and your moms knew who they were. These are the last guys of that. And the music industry is preparing for that. You about to have your kids listening to robot rap in about 15 years. That never happened.
Cook, bro.
You know what I mean? It's about to get real nasty out here.
You all gotta go to country music.
Listen,
Shabuzi.
we have to. So while it's it's very interesting, and I'm one that I'm the hits guy. We want album sales, but rap needs to go underground if this is what's overground. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's getting super nasty out here. So when we all laugh at these random AI Sora videos that come across our timeline, Tupac giving a WWE promo. Martin Luther King. In the NWO.
And here's the thing. I'm sorry. I gotta step in real quick because number one, as soon as I see Sora, I'm out.
Nasty shit.
I go the other way.
I've been fighting the urge to make a video too because
Yo.
it looks so much fun.
No,
but I haven't done it. I've been fighting the urge.
You know what I mean? Since I had the unmitigated gall to say that the tailor-made freestyle was good, Sin been letting me know I'm fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So Sin has been fighting the good fight for a while.
Nah, man.
But it seemed like we finally here.
Cause here's the thing, like it looks all like nice and cute and fun and games, but like no, man, like the end result of it, like what's on the other side of this, is gonna be so much worse than what we're going through right now. So like
it is because
we
knew who Stevie Wonder was and Frank Sinatra was and Ray Charles were. with AI, our kids and our grandkids, Lord willing, ain't gonna know who their classic musicians were, because it's all gonna be robot shit.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be user generated shit. It's all gonna be, you know what I mean, the rap roundtable in Tupac, Biggie, and Nas's voice. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be weird shit like that that's going on.
I want to be
So-
West Side Gun.
Hey yo.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? So, it's official,
Round
guys.
Table, boom, 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 boom.
Exactly that.
There we go. So, in unison with that, we also have Spotify recently acquiring Who Sampled. Now, if you guys
Sin.
are down,
Calm down, Sin.
yeah, man, we have Who Sampled. Sin, Cook, what you cook?
No, go ahead,
Now,
go ahead.
we have
Just
Who
swing it over to
Sampled.
me.
If you're familiar with Who Sampled, this is how you can see any, you know, type of sample, all the songs that have been sampled on the artist, all the songs that have been sampled from a song. It's a very awesome interactive tool, bro. I've used it numerous times. I used it not too long ago because I was listening to the instrumentals from the Wild Style soundtrack. I know I'm the OVO gonna kick me out for this one.
Wild Style?
Wild Style. I was listening to the instrumentals
back.
from the Wild Style soundtrack.
See, I went to Grand Theft Auto before. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, because I wanted to
somewhere
know
else.
where one of my favorite samples is the Gangbusters, the DJ Grand Wizard Theodore, the joint off there. That's
Grand
one of my
Wizard.
favorite samples. So I was trying to figure out where it originated from. I went to Who Samples.
the
I
shit
didn't even
from,
know there was
the
a
Illmatic intro.
Gangbusters song. Yeah, from the Illmatic
Yeah.
intro. AZ got a song on there. Scarface got mad people have sampled it.
Yeah.
But it's like my favorite sample in rap
The
songs.
drums off of that.
You know
Crazy.
what I mean? So I was trying to check it out. I was on Who Sample, and Spotify acquired them. Now, in theory, this should be good, right?
No.
You know,
No.
in theory, what they're trying to sell us.
It's nuanced, but I'm
What
a
they're
cook on it,
trying
but
to
go
sell
ahead.
us, because in theory, you know, we'll have, you know, expanded album credits, because you know a lot of
Yeah.
these albums, you go to the credits, you know there's tons of shit sampled on there. It doesn't tell you who. The classic albums do, like Ready to Die will tell you all of the niggas that sample, you know what I mean, a
Those
Tupac
booklets.
album. But the new albums don't tell you where all the samples came from. So in theory, this is what they're selling it as. This is an expansion of, you know, song credits on a song so that everybody can get paid, everybody can get credited. But we know industry people are shady. This is not going to be used in the way that they're
4,008.
trying to sell with a 10%. I need to hear how you about to
look,
cook them up.
No, number one, first and foremost, no sample snitch. First and foremost.
See, I didn't even think of that.
So
Producer shit.
yeah, so and this, I mean, this is not a new thing. People are arguing about it on Twitter and whatever. You know, there's two sides of it. You know, Nicholas Craven is the I guess the new face of no sample snitching in the age of Twitter. But you know, going all the way back to Gangstar in '98, I remember Primo had a he had a interlude or whatever. We was talking about people, you know, giving away the samples and sample snitching. You know, y'all violating straight up and down like that. This is, you know, this is a tenet of hip hop. Like, you don't sample snitch. Now, no sample snitching does not mean you can't talk about cleared samples. I want to make that very clear. If a sample has been cleared, because you know, again, we're older heads here. We remember the CD booklets, you know, the cassette foldouts, vinyls, you know, back in the vinyl. There were always credits, you know, at the bottom of all the credits, you know, the writer, producer, everybody involved at the bottom contains samples of, and then it always, you know, wrote it out.
Interpolated.
Right,
by-
interpolated,
yeah.
sample, all of that. It was always listed, right? So on the one hand,
Interpolated.
if we're gonna use the Who Sampled databases to give credit to all of these different cleared samples, you know, I'm fine with that. If a sample is cleared and the information is not on the streaming services, but Who Sampled has it for cleared samples, fine. You know what I mean? No problem with that. what that opens up is a door for people to learn, right? And to take deep dives into like their favorite songs and like, oh, what song did this sample? Oh, it sampled that song. What song was that a cover of? Oh, it was a cover of that song. You know what I mean? I live for that sort of
knowledge.
shit. You know what I mean? I live for that sort of lineage, right? And as long as it's documented and everything's been cleared, cool. What I don't want, let me be very clear, what I absolutely do not want is for them to now incorporate what you were just talking about, AI technology, to try to go and dig into songs and try to extrapolate samples that maybe have not been cleared, that maybe,
it's coming.
Yeah, that maybe have not gone through the proper channels and then snitch on them.
You cooking.
No sample snitching.
You know what I mean?
Cooking.
Because there's a lot of underground artists that don't have the resources for that. There's a lot of underground artists that don't have the,
Clearance,
they don't
money,
have the, they don't have the paper
connections.
for it.
They don't got the breach.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it might end up being like a police state where they just clamp down on all these, up and coming artists who's trying to make, do something for themselves.
You're gonna have to use
And now they're
Bandcamp.
gonna get snitched on by Spotify because some AI spotted a sample that they didn't quite clear. Maybe it was a small sample, maybe it was 2 seconds. You know what I mean? But they spotted.
They caught it.
They go and connect it. The original artist is like, oh shit, I didn't know this. Come up off that or take that song down.
Need that
Right.
bread.
You know what I mean? That is absolutely not what I want. You know what I mean? So it's a delicate subject because again, cleared samples, as long as they're cleared and it's all good, it could be used as a learning tool.
I just spilled my beverage and I'm pissed the fuck off.
I see that. I was trying to talk through it.
Nah, I'm livid,
Trying
bro.
to talk through it.
I am upset.
But
Plenty more where that came from, dog.
knowing the age that we live in right now and knowing the technology that they're implementing, I know they're gonna throw some AI in that shit, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, let's, catch all these samples and make sure that they're listed, and make sure that they're compensated for." I don't want that because that's not what hip hop is. That's never been what it's been.
That's facts,
cooking,
son.
son.
Especially as a producer. I know you feel extra way about that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Which will
It's
in
wild.
turn lead to people being less dynamic and less
Right.
creative
Yeah.
and less. So
And the other side of it is people being like, oh shit, because it's already like that. You know what I mean? So like even with this, even more so, like, oh, I'm not gonna sample.
I fully believe that what you talked about with the AI, like my immediate thought once they said Spotify acquired was that the underground artists are gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna flag everything now.
Everything.
All of
Everything's
those
gonna be
songs and
flagged.
samples are flagged. You
Right.
can't make no chicken off of it, and they're all gonna have to go over to Bandcamp where they don't have that software.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any good. To me, this is just like, all right, it ain't no fun until a rabbit got the gun. It's like, all right, y'all had y'all fun. Now we're gonna clean up. Like, what reason would Spotify have to acquire it if it's not to make sure that guys are not getting away with using samples uncredited? That's how I look at it. I feel like they shutting down on another leg of hip hop's operations with this shit.
right. And
And-
Cook thing.
And the people that are kind of like in favor of it, I'm like, you trust Spotify?
Nobody
that
that
much?
looks like us is in favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? That you trust Spotify like that? Really? For real? Because again, it's gonna be if you have the resources to clear samples, you good. If you're an underground artist that doesn't have the resource to clear samples, you rhyming over some samples and you trying to get your name out there. That like it up to this point, it's been, you would probably have to get big enough for the song to catch the attention of the original sampled artist, for that original sample artist to come out of the woodworks
Right.
and be like,
I
oh,
got
you
you.
sampled me? Not like
got you.
Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
Nah,
Right?
but some of these older artists, they just petty, bro. The mere concept of you using their shit is enough for them to be like, fuck out of here,
Right.
strike it.
Yeah.
But now, if it's gonna be a database and now you implementing, you're acquiring AIs to try to flag your shit and immediately say, oh, this sample such and such.
It's cooked.
Let's contact such and such.
Cook, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man.
Nah, it completely goes into. That's why I mentioned the Kenny and Drake part, because what it's increasingly looking like to me is that the music industry decided, like, we're gonna squeeze every last dollar out of our 2 last superstars, and for the rest of the game, we gonna take money we gonna skim off everything. We
You're gonna
skimming off the
squeeze those
sandals.
artists.
We gonna squeeze those artists. We gonna squeeze on their samples. We gonna take the fucking licensing away. Every piece of money, you can tell the music industry is not making money. The radio is lowered. The budgets are lower. You know what I mean? No more bundles. It's clear to me that the music industry has decided to squeeze every last dollar out of hip hop that they possibly can. Cook.
This is just a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is this now the full stop? We are at the end game of them being over reliant on the internet and how that actually damages the game.
Yeah, I think so, Jarv. This is the end game. We seeing where it all led. You know what I mean? And that's why we've mentioned here that the music industry is as much of a tech industry as anything nowadays, because that's where everything is gonna lead. I'm gonna stress again, our kids and our grandkids, they're not gonna have the experiences, the DMX in 98, you know what I mean, the Kendrick in 2024. They're not gonna have those experiences anymore. There are no more music superstars. It's gonna be streamers, it's gonna be computer apps.
You don't think they'll get desperate enough to go back physical?
I don't think
Or
so.
some amalgamation of physical?
I can't see it.
No, good point. I see it happening. I don't know how widespread it's gonna be, but I definitely see people going back to physicals. A lot more vinyl buying and collecting, cassettes, CDs, DVDs. Like people, there's
gonna be purists.
There's
that do that.
Noticeable
But the purest
people,
of the smaller amount of the niggas, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, it goes back to my OG business model. Stop feeding the streams and make niggas buy digital copies of your album. If you want to know who the real fans are, get rid of the streaming shit
I think a lot of artists
and make
are low-key
niggas drop that $10 to buy
terrified
it.
do that, bro.
Well,
because it will really show you like who really
For sure.
is fucking with it and who really ain't. And I think
I mean,
But
it's gonna
Dini,
break some
revolutions have
hearts.
never been easy.
That's a fact.
We have entered a place now where it is time to reset the market and and figure out who's who. The same way we talked about it a month ago. In here, the real elite niggas are filling venues.
Yeah.
Not fucking amphitheaters. NBA 18,000 seaters. Football stadiums, soccer stadiums. There's only a handful of these niggas who can do any of those. It's time to now reset the margins. Stop making this participation trophy era where everyone can just get on streaming and then you just play it. Nah, if Sincere's dropping, he the top act in the game, and you a fan of his, or you call yourself a fan of his, you gotta spend $10 to hear that new Sin. You gotta spend $10 to hear that new Dini. $10 to hear that new Mase in order to really show how much of a fan you are. Everything to me, I hate to say it, I'm sorry for the people who don't have the paper, but to me now, everything has to go behind the paywall. If you want to save the music industry, instead of doing all this other bullshit with AI and all this other fuck shit, paywall everything, and you'll see who's who.
we're gonna see the
Real
biggest
shit
fight
is
for
gonna
that. Because niggas gonna be like, damn man, like, $10 a month for one. All these niggas I gotta pay. This nigga
Nah,
10,
fuck.
this nigga 10, this nigga 10.
Apple Music and
look,
Spotify,
McDonald's.
it's the
Listen,
worst thing to happen. You
but
want the old album,
listen.
the old music, Apple Music and Spotify. Anything new,
listen here, though.
paywall.
Listen to here, though. They're already doing it. The corporations are already doing it.
It's a fact.
Because you used to find like mad movies and TV shows on Netflix.
Torrents.
You pay one fee for Netflix. Netflix got mad shit. You go on Netflix, you watch your favorite shit, you good. All of a sudden, NBC starts picking up, oh, they're watching our shows on Netflix? Nah, fuck that.
Thank
Take
you.
that shit off of Netflix.
Hulu.
We're gonna make our own, put it on Hulu.
Peacock.
Peacock.
We make our own streaming service and we put on our own
That's
shit.
all they did with cable, bro. You used to pay one shot deal for cable. Now you just got mad different subscriptions to different companies.
NBC
now.
got their own shit. ABC got their own shit. Fox got their own
They
shit.
do it within
So
cable.
by that
HBO got their own
logic,
shit.
it could work. By that logic.
Everybody got their own shit.
It just
You know what I
depends on
mean?
how
So
bad
if
you wanna
they-
watch that
if
show.
they're doing it over there, you know what I mean? Why we got to put our shit on their shit? We could just say, nah, you want my shit? Pay me.
Come buy it. You seen Stove did that last year, a little separate
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
You gotta buy that. If we get back to a model with me, especially with the music business where niggas is buying music,
Or-
everyone benefits.
Or like you said, for a certain amount of time, maybe 2 weeks, maybe
that's
a
what
month.
I'm saying. Like you pay
Before it goes,
If
like-
you want the old music, you got Apple Music and Spotify. It's there. You pay your
Yeah.
monthly fee. Is there. But if Deanie the Balance is dropping on December 17th, you gotta
2,
pay.
3
You,
weeks.
if you want, you
Man.
gotta wait. You either you wait 3 weeks or you spend $10 and buy the
Get it
album.
then
Right.
and there.
And if thing is, if you're smart about it, you extend the window. It wouldn't be 3 weeks. I would say 6 weeks. By that point, the real fans are gonna tell you that we don't want to wait 6 weeks. We done heard the single, we watched the video. We gonna spend the $10. Then the labels will know how to allocate budgets. Who's the niggas that's willing? Who's the nigga that's got people willing to come out that 10? Then you start seeing who. I'm telling you, this participation trophy era has muddied the water to where you don't, with the exception of a few artists, you really don't know who's who until after the fact. But if you put everything behind a paywall, you know immediately who's who. Because when
you
that
see what
first
it is.
week sales comes out and Deanie the Balance dropped and 100,000 people gave it $10 to buy, you know, Deanie the Balance is the viable act.
That's the asset.
Macito dropped. Not to do this. I'm sorry, Mace. But Macito dropped the very next week, December 24th, Christmas Eve, and he only do 20,000 as far as units moved with $10 a pop. Then you know how to allocate Macito's budget.
Yeah.
You got 100,000 first week. You got real humans buying your music and willing to fucking allocate funds towards that. Then we will allocate
Invest
a budget
in that.
to making sure that more people are willing to buy your music.
Yeah.
Your paywall is viable. Macito's paywall is not viable. We have to paywall this shit to see who's who.
To see?
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to move on. But again, before Walt kicks us out,
Yes, sir.
we got to get to the
Good talk,
mailbag,
fellas.
my
Yeah, yeah.
favorite segment. The Macito segment ended up being a really important segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Good.
Mace, man, the God.
We dropped the J. Cole clip. You know, of course, anytime we talk about Cole, you're going to get some responses.
Yeah.
Underground Ambition says, y'all keep trying to slander bro's character like he didn't bring his entire label off with enough bread to retire when in the industry, people in Cole's position not handing out millions. They keep it in. I don't understand how you apologizing and walking back a diss song in front of 52,000 of your own people has anything to do with J. Cole the person. We have never attacked J. Cole the person. Jermaine Cole is a hell of a guy.
He seems like a very nice guy, man.
By
Even
far.
killed- Yeah.
But that decision is iconic in the worst kind of ways for the narrative attached to him. It don't got nothing to do with him, the person. The rapper made a terrible decision in real time, and I'm sure he regrets it because we haven't gotten any new music.
I would
Right.
grab a latte with him. I don't know.
Little matcha.
You might see
Little macchiato,
Cole in the
Little
coffee
matcha with a
shop.
quarter
Quarter
zip.
zip.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Elegance.
Shit me.
Feel me?
Go bike
Quarter
riding
zip.
up the FDR or whatever the
We
fuck.
don't do Nike Text no more.
Aubrey DeGardo says, I won't be surprised if Cole's upcoming album becomes the greatest album he's ever put out. J. Cole has had enough time since the Kendrick Drake beef to reflect on his own current hip-hop status and stamp his authority as a top-tier lyricist instead of a battle rapper. Sincere, what do you say to that?
Listen here, man. Like Drake's still in the headlines. For better or worse, you know, the Iceman rollout. People still talking about it. It's kind of dead in the water now, but you know, still a topic of conversation. Kenny, Dave Free has apparently, you know, tweeted just like calm, and now everybody's like losing their fucking minds. Oh, it's the calm before the storm.
He's dropping
It's
it,
about to.
man.
They're about to
Yeah,
drop.
he's dropping
They're about to drop upon your head top. Cole needs to do something. He has to do something. He has to be out there. The longer he waits, the more he's gonna not be a part of this conversation anymore.
That part. Real quick, the low gangry gray, what the name says, Cole moving like an Android nigga is crazy. Y'all need to leave my man Cole alone, bro. I mean, he moving like
Cole, I remember.
Nah, that was crazy.
Walter was
I remember
in
that.
the cut.
he did though. And Dini, real quick, Boss Life
Losing it.
217 says, Port Antonio made Cole look like a bigger sucker than I thought. What do you say to that comment?
Absolutely. It's basically the thing that I said I wanted, but just a really whack attempt at doing it. Where I said I wanted like more introspection. Let me know what your day was like when you woke up in the morning. This shit happened. I wanted to know that. Port Antonio didn't do that,
Right.
and I think Cole realized that too. That's why he took that shit down. You know what I'm saying?
You have JMN Plays 584 says, you guys do realize you're named after an SNL skit, right? No. The Rap Roundtables launched in 2019. We had our prequel in 2018. SNL happened in 2021 or 2022. They are named after us. Thank you.
Get it right, nigga.
LATM Pod says, at 5528, y'all sound crazy with these Meg takes. Not only was she the rapper who brought hip hop back into the top 40 after that 2-week drought, she was quite literally going bar for bar with Big Crit and UGK on her self-titled project, Laughing My Ass Off. She also had a #1 song to kick off 2024 with Hiss, which was an incredible diss track against Drake, Nicki, and the industry at large. Due to knowledge, we are very aware of that. Edit.
Salute, Walt.
Edit. Said with passion, not hate. I fuck with the pod. Mesito, what do you say to that?
I'll say this. I'll give Meg her credit because quality is opinion, achievement is fact. She achieved what she said they achieved. You know what I mean? She got the #1 with Hiss. She got us back in the top 40. That is fact. But that opinion you just gave about them ass verses and songs,
I feel like Bigfoot dropped. What happened when Bigfoot dropped after his?
Bigfoot was trash. Even Bigfoot was like all time trash.
Yeah,
you know. But that's
the
when she was coking out.
But the conversation shifted.
Allegedly,
Niggas
I love you, Barbs.
But what I'm saying is Bigfoot dropped and the conversation shifted. It wasn't about Hiss anymore. It was about how coked out Nicki was.
Right.
That tells you who the biggest star was in that situation. I digress. I'm sorry.
Are we talking about Nicki Minaj?
What do you mean?
Okay.
I would never
Bookmark.
talk about
The
queen.
Oh shit.
I feel a disturbance in
Salute.
the force, sin.
We weren't planning on it, but
I love my queen.
I guess I know now.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
South
shit.
Side.
Damn.
I already
Sin.
know where this long is going.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn it, sin.
God
I'm trying
damn
to
it.
stay
I gotta
out
get
of
that
there.
drop.
Get out of there, sin.
Get ready to get doxxed.
A dynamic entry to the mailbag, something not written by a New Yorker, but this is very important.
Let's hear it.
Rex Gamewell says, most Southerners are against real hip hop. Just listen to Southern rappers and be quiet. Sincere, your thoughts.
Whoa.
What?
Most Southerners are against real hip hop.
Okay.
Just listen to Southern rappers and be quiet. So accept the fact that they're not hip hop, but appreciate their music.
No.
Okay. Okay. This
Fuck out of here.
This is another entry, and I'm gonna take this one. Gotti 4082 or 400,082 says, the problem is the majority of Drake fan base is New York, is on his nuts heavy. Fat Joe just said hip hop needs Drake, pop star. New York is gassing up this dude. Once again, I beg the question. Why does New York keep getting blamed for Drake while Atlanta evades every single charge? How is Drake our problem because some old rappers said he matters when the whole city of Atlanta, he is responsible for multiple artists?
It's not
That's
Houston,
crazy.
Brooklyn, Vegas, bro.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. How Texas evading the charges? Vegas don't really got a rap scene like that that we know about on the mainstream. I'm sure there's an underground rap scene, but on the mainstream, Vegas don't got a rap scene.
Yeah.
How does New York keep getting blamed for this nigga?
The same way we get blamed for everything else, B.
New York is blamed for Drake,
That's wild.
but not Atlanta, not 21, not Young Thug,
Fuge.
not the Migos, not Future, not Young Thug,
it's the ones that go back and forth from New York to Atlanta.
not Memphis,
Wow.
not Florida. Whoever he gave stimulus to.
Yeah. I was just in the
New
South
York?
picking up top game. Don't blame this on us.
And last but not least, Sincere, to bring it full circle,
Okay.
Girly Jock 0119 says, Jobs hand talking and Sin's beard rub. So comforting. Love the commentary as always. Liked and hyped. Sincere the rap snob, go ahead.
Cling. Beautiful.
Shining.
I love that comment.
Much appreciated.
Amazing.
We love the positivity because it doesn't happen often. But we are somewhere in New York City. I done knocked over a good cup of Migos and lemonade and I'm pissed the fuck off. Got the Clorox wipe somewhere around here, gotta clean it up. But nevertheless, we are in Brooklyn.
BK.
Brooklyn Podcasting Studio.
Yes, sir.
Where the
With
best
praise.
podcast in hip hop takes place.
Yes.
And for the vigorous who hate on the Rap Roundtable, hate what we represent, hate the fact that we got a platform, and hate everything that we do positively for the city of New York when it comes to underground hip hop, because y'all refuse to do the knowledge. We need you to get off my lawn. Get off Sincere's lawn.
Fuck off my lawn. It's gonna pain me to do this, not because I'm a fan of this artist per se, but because they are New York artists, and they are one of the more legendary artists to come out of New York, out of Queens even.
Getting the money.
But Nicki Minaj,
Oh.
I'm so sorry,
Are you?
my lady.
Milady.
But you got to get the fuck off my lawn. We gave you your props. We gave you your flowers earlier in the episode. You know, as we were talking about Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You undoubtedly had one of the most historic, classic, legendary guest verses on that album on the song Monster.
Iconic.
But recently, there's a lot that I can kick you off the lawn for recently, in recent years. You know what I mean?
I'm a Barbie, so make sure you be careful about that.
Not too much. Not too much
on Nicki.
Not too much on Nicki. I got you.
He likes Cardi, guys.
I'm of the ilk that I wish her career would have been a little bit more rap heavy. You know what I mean? She went a little too pop heavy here and there, but that's not even the conversation.
Foxy 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
but that's
go
not even the
full
conversation
Rosenberg,
here. That's that's been there, done that. But the most recent antic.
Yes.
Nicki apparently felt it necessary. Felt a very deep, deep desire within her soul to go up in front of the United Nations and back some of President Trump's unsubstantiated claims that there has been a lot of violence against Christians in Nigeria. Now, there's been some reports, but like the extent to which that violence exists is up in the air. But here's my thing with it. You didn't feel any sort of you didn't feel anything towards speaking for the people of Sudan. You didn't feel any sort of energy towards speaking for the people of the Congo. You didn't feel any pressure to speak for the people of Palestine. But now all of a sudden, because President Trump made a certain statement about Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, you take that as fact, and then you go up and speak in front of the United Nations. Like, you've never once been a political person ever in your life.
I gotta beg the question.
And hold on, and this is the one time that you decide to become a political person and make political statements in front of the United Nations. I gotta say, you gotta get the fuck off my lawn with that shit, because like it's just
Hold on, Sam.
it just feels like it's when she feels the urge to do it is because Trump said something.
You're 100% right in that regard. It's a bit of a win for Nicki. but I have to use some of your own verbiage against you for the sake of balance and fairness on the rap roundtable.
Okay, let's get it.
You tend to hate whataboutisms, and it seems like your complaints towards Nicki is heavily littered with whataboutisms. So how do you feel about that? What about the Congo? What about you know what I mean?
I get what he's saying.
Well, I mean, all of these things seem to be sort of public knowledge to everybody, especially the conflict between Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the biggest conflict that is on everybody's radar.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So like, my thing with whataboutism is like, you know, there's certain things that are maybe not on everybody's radar.
Right.
You know, and sometimes you have to be made knowledgeable of, you know, certain information. But with this, it's like the Israel-Palestine thing is everywhere. It's ubiquitous. Like everybody knows about it. You know what I mean? And she's never once felt the need to come out and make a statement about that particular conflict, right? But all of a sudden, President Trump decides to say something about, you know, apparently, quote unquote, Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria, which is not even, that's not even fully substantiated, right? There's been, you know, some violence out there, but like the extent to which Christians are actually 100% being persecuted, that's up in the air. But my thing is, just because Trump said so, she went and took that and said, oh, I have to speak up against this, to the point where now she's up in front of the United Nations. So like, to that I say, get the fuck off my lawn with your cherry picking of, you know, the struggles and the violence that you speak up against. Because there's violence going on everywhere, and you only chose to speak up against one thing. What? Maybe because you know, identify as Christian. How Christian really are you, Nicki? I don't know. I mean, you know, your husband and anyway.
I got
get the
work
fuck
to
off
do.
my lawn.
I
Get
got work
the
to do.
fuck off my lawn.
And for the people who don't know what's
Barbs,
going
who
on,
follow
just,
me.
I'm not him.
Just for the sake of clarity, before we get up out of here, you know, people who might not know because they probably see headlines. Michael Waltz, the U.S. ambassador of the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, called on Rolling Stone magazine to retract its egregious headline of an article covering Nicki Minaj's speech addressing violence against Christians in Nigeria. The Rolling Stones article titled "Faith is Under Attack: Nicki Minaj Spreads Misleading Information at the United Nations" alleges that Minaj and President Donald Trump assertions of violent extremism perpetuated against Nigerian Christians aren't backed by any data. So before you jump on sin, there's people politically that are saying that they don't know where this is coming from.
You can jump on.
Even further,
Pause.
there's quotes here. The persecution of Christians in Nigeria is an undeniable escalating horror, and it's utterly reprehensible that the mainstream media persists in downplaying and dismissing this atrocity, Waltz wrote on X. I'm great. Hold on, wait a minute. This is not what now I'm confused. So it says, I'm grateful at Nicki's courage in lending her powerful voice to the voices of the global thing. This is what Waltz continued. But then what I'm lost about here is that Waltz is saying that it's nothing to support it. So which one is it, Waltz?
Waltz was the one who invited her up there.
So now I'm lost.
Yeah.
Because it says here.
But what you're saying is right. There are people who are saying that the whole entire thing is not true. But Waltz is the guy that
This is why reading is fundamental. In response, because I want to give you this whole deal, because I feel like niggas gonna jump on sin and they read a headline. So I gotta defend my brother. I gotta defend my brother.
You gotta take care of your
That's
sin.
cool, but like,
It says here
are
in
Barb's
response.
really watching us anyway? Like,
They act-
Yeah, you
watch
never
it.
know.
They watch
Waltz
everything, bro.
shared a
They're different.
screenshot of a CBS News article which relayed to that 2 people were killed in a church attack in Nigeria. The article was posted just hours after the Minaj and Waltz spoke before United Nations mission. so on and so forth. So there's a lot of misinformation and things of that nature.
And look, to be very 100% absolutely clear, extremist violence should not happen. You know what I mean? We don't condone any sort of violence, especially, religious extremist violence against any sort of religious sect or denomination. We don't condone any of that shit. We reject all of it, right? I just have a problem where there's so much suffering happening in certain segments of the world, and because you don't align with those particular people, innocent people, but maybe they don't look like you, maybe they don't worship the same God that you do, maybe they don't practice the same religion that you do, but you don't speak up for them. But all of a sudden,
What? Son, are you saying she's acting like an activist? It's make believe?
Oh, because I'm like, what's going on? You have me nervous.
all of a sudden,
I look back like, wait.
all of a sudden,
like,
my issue with it stems from the fact that this is all from something President Trump said.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she's just taking that as like, oh my God, I got to do something about this because she believes everything to come out of Trump's mouth as fact.
So here's the thing.
That's insane to me. You know what I mean? This is a pathological liar that we have in the
Rolling Stones is alleging
in the White House
that Waltz, Minaj, and company have not provided any data. It's unsubstantiated. They being Waltz, Trump, Minaj is stating that this in fact is taking place. Let's table it like this because this is a nuclear topic. Send and drop the grenade on us. For the sake of clarity, if this is in fact happening over there, fuck what Nikki's talking about. We don't want that to happen. We don't want people losing their lives behind that. But I don't like the politicizing of it because what's the angle here? Yeah. That's the real question Sin is posing. What is the angle here?
Right.
Why are you coming out of left field for this thing?
Nicki Minaj. What's
the angle here? What's going on? Are you trying to get your husband's background wiped? Questions that need answers.
I'll tell you, I think, at least what I think, the angle is they're trying to make Christianity something that's being persecuted. You know what I mean? And that's the problem that I have. Like they want to make themselves some type of victims.
I can't say, and I'm not
like what you do.
I mean, you keep asking questions. Like
because this is a nuclear topic.
Yeah.
All right, so just wrap it up, bro. Stop talking about it.
Wrap it up.
But I'm saying they want to make Christianity a fucking
I'm not
Sin,
I don't know.
now.
I don't know if Sin is. I'm not knowledgeable enough on this specific topic to say whether Nigerian Christians are or aren't. I haven't personally looked it up. I think we all stand on the side of if it is happening.
I don't want nobody losing their lives unjustly. No human being anywhere.
Sin is just not
bro.
believing.
Whatever religion.
The narrative that Christianity is being persecuted is absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know what's going on in Nigeria. I'm
It's
coming with an
ridiculous.
American mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it is in Nigeria. Who fucking knows? You know what I mean? But
Anyway, you can cut this whole segment off. At the
I
end.
might.
I don't care.
Standing wild clear.
I don't care.
we just want to keep it safe.
Take us home.
Yo, to each and every one of you out there, you know how we give it up. You know how we feel about y'all. We love y'all. We couldn't do what we do here without y'all. Please hit the like button. Share with some good folks who love the culture. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like Jar Voice says, there's a few of y'all who fuck with us all the time, but y'all have not hit the subscribe button. Do that. You got to hit the swipes. You got to hit the hypes. You got to love us like we love y'all. Shout out to Walt the Great, always putting up with us. You know we love you, homie. Masito, voice of the culture, keeping you apprised on everything going on, top to bottom. Sincere. Take his cup away, Jarv. We love you. He makes the beats. Every beat you hear on this pod is produced by this good brother right here.
Sincere
he makes beats. For the right price, you make your shit tighter. Jarvie, hardest working man in show business.
GOAT.
I haven't stopped laughing yet, my nigga. You a wild boy. Fuck the drink. We got plenty more to pour up, nigga. We outside. My God, I'm Diddy the balance of the force with our powers combined.
dog.
You know what the fuck it is, man. It's the Rap Roundtable, your favorite podcast. Favorite podcast. We out of here. We love you. 137.
Yes, sir.